were just talking about gold stuff, like, we were saying, giving...
Anything. And we're live.
We're live. Hello.
Oh,
Hello,
hi.
friends.
Oh.
Good evening, raging barbarians and magic razors of carrion. Hello, all, and welcome to Chromatic Chimera, where the story is made up and the XP doesn't matter. Joining me today are Chris as Krukazel, the dragonborn druid.
He
Sorry.
wishes.
Whoa.
Career
Ab-
change.
Shuffle.
Abigail
Reclass.
as
Ugh.
Nettle, the halfling now paladin. Nettle's the one with the career change. Lucy as Ket, the Aasimar rogue. Ryan as Gray, the tiefling warlock. Megan as Rosalind, the Yuan-Ti pureblood warlock. And joining us on our epic journey and saga-filled story, you might know them from Agora's Bells as Blossom, but Sam is joining us as Mouse.
Hi.
The
That's me.
The tiefling ranger cleric. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's just me.
Alrighty. Perfecto. And I'm the dungeon master slash god, I guess, Alex. Don't forget, if there's a moment where you feel like someone deserves inspiration, cheers that 300 bits, and you can say who you're giving it to and why. I mean, we've had people just cheers 300 bits because they're like, I don't want this character to die right now. So feel free to use that. Little audience interaction is always fun. So anyway, without any further ado, previously on SteamSpell, the party faced off against the raging avatar of Bernolthalax, a void entity that had possessed the Adelian's, well, it wasn't supposed to be made so overt, starship of Magno Adel. With some really good rolls and some smart thinking, the Avatar of Rage was no match for the Star-Touched. And with the entity's defeat, the Star-Touched were able to imprison it in a crystal, which the Adgith-Zerai monk that they had met drove into himself, and in a flash of light, they were on the ground being shaken awake by Elena and Rex. Impressed, Elena asked the party to not discuss what had happened, leading to some distrust from the party. Nettle determined that she was in need of some training and set the next destination for Thunderbluff. On the road, the Star-Touched were visited by Azor Bale, who confirmed Kat's divine heritage and told the group to keep an eye out for someone with the blood of Lycus. The next day, the party came upon a crashed wagon full of cheese. The halfling named Winchester needed aid in dealing with the fiend known as Cheese Thief, who was dispatched quickly. While traveling onward, the Star-Touched met some rangers from the fortress of Stormguard, who had mentioned that they had encountered a suspicious person named Juan Muertos, looking for someone of Kat's description. The group utilized their escort to make sure that they could arrive at Thunderbluff safely and without issue. Then they made their way to the Volan Keep after arriving in the city, and they had a bit of a catch-up with Sir Gregor, who was quick to join them on a night on the town, not before telling Nettle he would train her. Rosalind took Gregor to the Greasy Muskrat Tavern while Nettle prepped for training with the others and met the really grumpy blacksmith Steve. And I believe that's about where we left off. Rosalind was in that shady bar with Gregor, and he wasn't supposed to be there. And we can take off from there if we want, or we could just jump right into like the next day if we like.
Well, I guess that depends. I know we were having a good time.
Mhm.
I don't know if anything crazy was gonna go down, or if I don't have the name of the guy, but if anything
do.
extra about the Rapix clan.
You mean Gizbach Bloodmuzzle.
Gizbot Bloodmuzzle. That's a pretty metal name.
I love my lizard folk names.
To me, it sounds like a goblin who is also a werewolf.
Right.
Spin-off.
So if you want to do, I'll give you a history check with advantage for the blood muzzles, for the name Blood Muzzle.
I know I got some just about their land being. Oh, for the Blood Muzzle. Sorry, I misunderstood.
No, that's fine. Yeah, you're right. The Rapax clan was displaced by the Kovithian Empire to the west.
Yes.
When they had conquered their territory, and the Rapax clans did not bend the knee willingly.
Yes. That's what. Well, okay. I would have gotten a 22 on a nat 20 for the Blood
Ooh.
Muzzles.
So, due to where you're from, You know that many of the Blood Muzzle tribe, who is a part of the Rapax clan, moved to Duskwind Vale after their territory in Velen, the province of Velen, was taken over by the Kovithian Empire. They're well known for ancestor worship. They are a clan of brutal lizard folk. They're really well known for their brutality, and some of them are known to serve. They'll sometimes be employed by vampire manors and houses in like their wars and conflicts with each other.
By each other, you mean with other lizard folk, or
like when the vampire clan
Okay.
families will, not clans, they have families that'll
Yes,
feud with each other.
I misunderstood the antecedent of your pronoun.
It's okay. That was my bad.
No, they feud with one another. That's very cool. Yeah. Okay.
And then you remember, like, when he made your drink, he bit his arm and like poured some of his blood into the cup.
Exactly. How was that drink, by the way?
It tastes like shit. It's very metallic. If you like drinking blood, you would think it's delicious.
Did it perhaps taste like cinnamon Coke, Alex?
Yes. Oh God, don't even get me started. You do note though, despite tasting gross, it is very strong alcohol content wise.
Okay, this will be easy enough fix. I don't think she would mind it too much, but she'll just do a little prestidigitation on the sly to make it taste like a milkshake or something. Why not?
And then you and Gregor were gonna go cheat at card games. I remember.
Yes. Yes, we were.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say cheat on each other.
They're
That
not
would be-
freedom.
Yeah, would be difficult to do if we have no
Let's not put a
arrangements.
label on it.
It makes things complicated. Yeah, let's go cheat at cards. And I would never actually say cheat at cards, but he knows I have an ace up my sleeve.
Yes, a magical ace up your sleeve. So you do notice that the Fire Genasi Madam is kind of like walking around the card tables. Despite having a diminutive body frame, she looks intimidating. Like she has an imposing presence. Like the dealers all straighten up when she walks by. The other, like the bouncers, if they're like leaning against the wall, they're instantly like,
Is there a bouncer near me?
no. You're kind of, if you're going to a card table, you're kind of away from them, but like these bouncers, they're kind of like along the walls, just making sure, nothing's getting rowdy or anything.
Okay, one of the dealers then at a table that's on a break. So not one who's like in the middle of working right now,
Mhm.
one who's having a drink. I'd like to walk over to them and kind of lean in. Oh, what's her story? Everybody seems to get real tense when she comes around, and I don't know, is she like a real hothead or something?
Yeah, the pun intended, yes. You don't mess with Finesse. Her name's Cinder Fury, after all.
Cinder Fury.
And anyone who can keep a blood muzzle in line is one tough. And you already know the next word he's going to be going with on that
Yeah.
one. And Gregor's like, that's not how we refer to ladies.
I give Gregor a look. Well, different, if I can get my camera to focus. There we go. Different social conventions in different areas.
Ah, yes. Well, I was raised to respect women.
Well, some people aren't raised to respect anyone. It doesn't really matter.
So
Yeah.
Gregor kind of looks around. You could say that again.
Okay, was she like a fighter in a former life, or maybe she's an accomplished spellcaster? Why does everybody fear her so much?
The Cinder Furies are also part of the Rapax clan.
Oh,
So the Rapax clan is how do we word it? Multi-ethnic. It's not just made up of one.
a very diverse group, you would say.
Yeah, it's a very diverse group. Yeah,
Okay,
you got some
that's pretty cool.
elves. You got lizard folk. Hell, I'm pretty sure there was a turtle tribe in there too.
Oh, a turtle tribe. Huh. You don't really see a lot of those running around here. I don't think I've run into one.
Not here, but if you go to the library, you can run into a really lame one.
Oh, it's like a nerd turtle A nerdle?
Yes, very much a nerdle. He loves his books. And he came up with this thing. Some system. I don't know. I don't check out. Whenever I go to the library, I only check out, books about killing and skinning things. And
Nerd Turtle the library. Do you have this nerdle's name?
Gapos.
Gabos. His sounds like a total square.
Yeah, Gapos. Yeah, like, come on, like, what a lame guy, right? Like, who has time to read anyway? Formal education.
Who even knows how to read, right? Who does that?
Sir Gregor's like.
Okay, well, thank you for the information. You're going to be starting up a hand here soon? We'd like to play.
Yeah. Gets the cards out, starts dealing them out, and because what's up?
Rosalind will walk over to a chair and look at Gregor and wait for him to pull out the seat for her.
Like the gentleman he is, he totally pulls out a seat and dusts it off before you sit on it. Actually, he'll take he'll take off the cloak and put it down for you.
Okay, well, if he's doing it already, then it's done. Not very subtle here. People are gonna know. They're gonna tattle to your mama.
I should get to know all sides of the city I help administer to. Shouldn't I?
I would agree with you. The underbelly isn't necessarily bad people. Look, these are lovely people. A little rough around the edges, but smooth edges can be boring.
And if what they tell me about the Rat Pack's clan is true, then perhaps maybe they're more refugees than they are underbelly.
Might be stereotypes, or just victims of their circumstances. I think it's good that you're getting to know the people.
I would agree. And it's a good thing that I will be making moves against Covithian territory soon, I suppose. And like a bunch of the people at the card table are like,
was that publicly announced?
You ran into soldiers that were marching. There's soldiers everywhere. It's going to be happening soon, actually.
We should talk about that. When are you going? What's going on with that?
About 2 weeks' time, we'll be heading out. And then we are going to besiege Balin and try and take the Spire of the First King from Duke Osiris Gedrin.
Oh, man. Spire of the First King. That sounds very,
important?
Yes!
You remember that they mentioned there was an Edict of Relief that was given to the region of Balin. I don't think anyone really knew what was going on there, other than like it must be bad if people are like Edict of Relief. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe I could talk to my friends about it and see what's going on over there. Maybe we might be heading that direction.
Well, Sir Gedrin hasn't really been running his lands too well. He's been a little more preoccupied with, I don't know, himself lately, and it's just he hasn't been taking care of his people. So even his own empire has said, go ahead, Edict of Relief, whoever can take the territory can keep it. They're merely a vassal state at this moment.
Whoever can take the territory can keep it?
They'll be able to keep it without any recourse for 2 years is the tradition.
Oh. What happens after the 2 years?
Then it's business as usual, I suppose. And then hopefully in 2 years' time, COVID kind of just stops what it's doing, I hope. If the things are true about what the weapons they say they have, it won't be an easy task.
What sort of weapons?
The dealer, they've got storm cannons.
Storm cannons, I definitely know what that is, but if I didn't, what would you say those are?
You know how there's these new boomsticks they've got?
Mm-hmm.
He means firearms. Yeah, those things.
Oh,
now,
those are storm cannons?
Now take one of those.
Oh. All right, I'm going to write down in my mental notes that those are big, beefy, automatic.
And that this hobgoblin leans over. More DACA, I tell you. They got more DACA. I don't think he can do it. And he's pointing at Sir Gregor. He can't do it. They got all the DACA.
The DACA?
DACA, chikunk, chikunk, chikunk.
Yes, of course I know. Yes. Yes, this all makes perfect sense to me. I know everything about this.
It's an onomatopoeia that they use for the sound that firearms make.
Oh, yes. The onomatopoeias, yes. The daga, yes. The noises. That is also a colloquial term where I'm from for these
Get out of
things.
here with your Warhammer bullshit.
Hey now.
Who's the nerdle now?
Who's the nerdle now? So unless you have any other like lore things you want to try and dig up, I'm gonna just say you successfully cheat at these games because you've got a magic card that says I win.
This is good lore. I'm happy.
You can win 100 gold pieces, and people will chalk it up to I'm new in town luck.
Yes, I will absolutely chalk it up to my luck.
So, if does anyone else have anything they want to do for the night? Even Mouse can do stuff if they want to do, or we can go into the next day and go to there.
Oh, I don't think that for tonight, at least, I have anything that I want to do.
Okay. If not, Crew Kazel has secured lodging. Rosalind can secure lodging, and she has options for tonight. Let's just leave it at we'll leave it at that. She's got options, and one of them's a cushy castle.
Is that what we're calling Gregor?
Nettle is staying at the castle too.
I think Nettle and Kat were at the castle, right?
Yes, Kat was hanging out at the castle. Crew Kazel, do you want to just stay at the castle too? They're Arch Dornan is like, I trust another Dragonborn. Hell yeah.
I'm not there. I'm sleeping somewhere else.
He also really embarrassed himself earlier.
Yeah, that's why. Thanks for bringing it up.
He went full douche canoe, and you never go full douche canoe.
Oh yeah, and then you guys got stoned, and he had like a coming to Jesus moment.
Yep, I'm sleeping somewhere else for the night. maybe tomorrow.
He had a coming to Azor Bale moment where he realized, oh god, I've been a real dick. I've been a real Benedict Bellflower.
Come on.
All right, so it'll be like a gold coin to stay the night at one of the inns. So the night it passes by unimpeded. Sleepy. And it's the next day. Town's waking up. Soldiers are kind of doing their drilling in the squire and being like, "Come join the assault on Balin. Put Gedrin out of rule. Put it to rest." So you wake up in your respective places, castles or inns or
alleyway.
What's up? Alleyways, yes. I would have asked, but I already know Gray is just camping out in an alley, as Gray does. Mm-hmm. It is a new day. Does anyone have anything they would like to do with their new day?
I do.
Yes.
I want to find either a better sword. Something that's better at killing things, or something to increase my AC.
I'm gonna have to go to Steve for that.
Damn it! I don't think I can afford Steve's prices.
I can help.
Or his
talk to Steve on your
merchant. Oh yeah, we need to get your armor commissioned as well.
It might not just be the money thing. It might just be the mental anguish you'd go through for having to deal with Steve.
He just
also, is there no merchant or something who would deal in magic items?
You'd probably have to go to there's the Magic Academy up by the library. They probably can deal in magic items as well.
We'll talk to Steve first. I'm not looking to commission something. I just want to poke around and see if there's anything I can.
All right.
find.
So, is anyone else who stayed at the castle going with her?
I will. Well, I need to get my stuff, don't I? Or did I already get it?
You get stopped on the way out by Arch Dornan. Not so fast, young lady.
What?
We've got some training to do.
I have to go get my armor.
And I've already gotten it taken care of. Steve will have it to you by the end of the day.
Oh, I could have gotten it.
Sir Gregor wants you in the training grounds right now.
Yes, sir.
So
can I insight check him? Is this someone in disguise? Cat's
go
extra
for it.
Paranoid.
Insight check Arch Dornan, the Dragonborn general.
Yes. Because this feels suspiciously like Alex is trying to get Cat alone, and I don't like it.
Why would I ever do that?
Because there's an assassin that wants to kill me.
I want to remind now, instead of later when it'll seem convenient, that Fang is with Cat, keeping an eye on things, and is
True.
supposed to alert
14.
Roz if shit goes down, but we know that Fang is not the most reliable, smart critter. So.
It's only a 14, so.
It's Archdornan. Just hit by his general mannerisms and whatnot, you can tell it's just the regular dude. And I mean, Nettle is supposed to be training today. That scans.
Okay. I also made a 16 stealth check just to be unobtrusive in the crowd and not get noticed.
You Assassin's Creed your way through the crowd.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty busy, especially with like the soldiers marching towards the blacksmith and stuff. So Steve's been really busy. He's got a few interns working, apprentices. So
If I don't have Nettle with me, I'm gonna skip Steve and head up to the Magic Academy.
all right, you'll head over to the Magic Academy. What is it called? I actually have a full ass name for it.
Oh boy.
It is Mother Goldstein's Academy of Thunderbluff. And there's like a golden statue of like a lady outside of it, like holding like a bajillion books.
I don't think Cat likes this place much. But I'm just looking around like I desire magic items.
You feel someone poke you from behind. It's like a low poke. Hello? Hello, can I help you?
Hi, I was wondering who I might speak to about purchasing any kind of magic item.
So you turn around and you see a little goblin. The goblin's got these huge spectacles on that like overtake their face, and their hair is pulled up into a ponytail, and they wear these little like sky blue robes. Magic items. Well, I could take you to the enchanter, I suppose.
I would appreciate that.
Oh, of course. The name is Gizfig. Yes, Gizfig.
It's nice to meet you, Gizfig.
Yes, I handle the magic animals that we have here in the biology labs. So if you want to like go pet cute and cuddly animals, you could.
Potentially in the future, but at the moment, if we could go see the enchanter post haste, I'd appreciate it.
Well, of course. And like it's just like these little footsteps are just rattling through these massive halls. And you're walking through and you passed by like classrooms and stuff where these mages are like, you know, the Wingardium Leviosa, and it's very Hogwarts-esque in here. It's a magic school. You eventually reach like this room that almost looks like a forge, but at this forge is a dwarf, but their skin is bronze and their beard is on fire, and they're hammering away at this magic forge with an ethereal hammer, just
hello.
The dwarf looks up, eyes like blazing like burning coals. Oh, yes. Can I help you?
Yes, I wanted to look into the possible purchase of magic items, and I was told that this would be the best place to go.
This is definitely the best place, unless you want to pay Steve's prices.
No, I've encountered Steve before.
His prices actually aren't too bad. It's just having to deal with that grumpy asshole.
Yes. So is there a selection I could look at, or someone I could speak to? Or?
Well, I'm the person to speak to. Selection, I kind of make everything special, tailor-made to what people want exactly. What can I craft for you? That is, after all, Lavabeard's service.
I'm looking for one of two things. Either a sword that would be more effective, I suppose. Or perhaps armor that would be sturdier.
So the question of protection versus offense. You know.
I'm afraid I have a limited budget for the project.
The dwarf with the fire beard puts down the ethereal hammer. They put it down and it just kind of disappears. It dissipates. And they walk over to you and was like, "Come down to my level, please."
She leans down
and puts a palm on your head, and it feels hot to the touch. Almost, it's warm, and it's almost like it'd be almost too hot, but it's just right. And the hand glows, the bronze skin glowing in like lava cracks around his arm, and a third eye opens on his forehead. I see you're deeply troubled. Watching your back. Yes. I've got just the thing for you. Return here tomorrow with 400 gold pieces, and I will have just the thing for you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes. And next time you come in, just ask for Lava Beard.
I will. Thank you.
Of course.
I'll leave them to their work.
Of course, I've got much work to be done. After all, you're not the only one who commissions me.
Yes.
And he does this and like starts pulling like a hammer from his fist, like this magical hammer. All right, return tomorrow. Perhaps round 3 after the clock tolls.
3 tomorrow.
Correct.
I'll be here.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Kat.
And you.
Gizvig, could you please see her out? You know they don't allow non-students unattended. Ever since, the incident.
Oh yes, of course. Oh, we just had someone casting fireball into like all the rooms. It was just a nightmare. Come on, come with me. It was just someone left the door open. It happens. Follow me.
Does it? Okay, I'll go.
And Gizvig, not Fizzgig, Gizvig starts telling you, just babbling to you about like more about the incident, saying like it was someone purchased some magic item and they were just shooting fireballs everywhere. It was just like one of those things. And then they start going off about like mystical animals like pilgrims and unicorns and other things in their lab. And they're just like, one time I had a mouse with 3 heads. No one believes it, but I totally had a mouse with 3 heads. And it's like one of those conversations that you wish you could get away from, but you can't. And with that, we will go to Chris or Ryan. Is there anything Krukazel or Gray would like to do, respectively?
Now, this is apropos of nothing, but I had this image in my head with how scared Kat is. Just that Simpsons episode where Bart is really terrified and then Homer just busts in with a chainsaw. Hey Bart, do you want to see my new chainsaw? And just like someone busting in on Kat like that at night. I don't know why.
She would stab them.
So is there anything Gray would like to do?
Gray is looking for magic items of some sort.
So you'd probably either end up at Steve's or the Academy.
Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of looking to browse at this point.
Or you could go to the museum and see, like, they might be for sale, souvenirs, you never know. But if you, like, want to go there...
Let's see. I rolled a 3, so I don't know if that would be. So, yeah, so that would have been the museum.
All right, Gray, you head over to the museum.
Is it a free day? Tell me it's a free day.
It's always a free day because they have public funding here in Thunderbluff, because they have an ideal form of government thanks to Sir Gregor's amazing administrative abilities. because Sir Gregor's the best. Because we gotta sell Sir Gregor as like the perfect romanceable NPC and then kill him, right? Just kidding.
Wait.
Wait, what?
If you murder my mentor, I swear to God.
So you
swear to me.
I swear to
me.
Azor.
So you go to, let me see, where is it? Where is my museum? Ah, here it is. The Thunderbluff Museum. The Thunderbluff Public Museum. So you head over to this museum. So you're walking through the bluff as well. You see Kat is like being let out of the academy, and this little goblin is waving at you like hi from the distance. And you reach the outside of this museum, and it's got the classic like thinking person statue outside, as well as like like there's two statues that flank the front door, and they're of like these draconic creatures just sitting there majestically, made of aged copper, so they're like greenish. So you ascend the staircase into the museum, and it says Thunderbluff Public Museum, funded by you and maintained by the Higardi Historical Society.
Paid for by viewers like you.
Yes, your taxes pay for this. Is kind of on the door. It's like, this is why taxes are good. So
is that the official motto of the museum?
That's like the slogan of the whole like town.
So you step in, and there's like how like when you go to these things, there's always that really overexcited tour guide, but they're just amazing because they're super passionate about the topic.
Sure.
So there is this half-elf woman, and she comes up, hi, my name is Sheila, and I see you are here to view everything here in the museum, and we're so excited to have you. So excited.
Yes, looking for magic items.
Oh yes, we got lots of those here.
Anything in the 200 gold price range?
Ooh, I don't know if we have anything for sale. We'll have to go check out the gift shop.
All right. What is a museum?
Oh dear. Well, my good sir. A museum is a place where people that helps tell the story of history, which is our story. And it helps preserve items and artifacts from ages past, and allows people like yourself to view them and take in the magnificence and learn our story, especially here in Highgard, a place so rich with history, with such an important role to play.
I think he's already walked off at this point.
Oh, okay. Poor Sheila looks dejected and sad as you walk off. So you're passing by like a few items. There's like this really old looking sword. There's a crown. There is a you think it's an actual Behir, but it's actually like a life-sized wax model of a Behir. And then there's also like just a chunk of rock. Like it's like this kind of like softly glowing gray rock.
Can I cast Identify on that?
The rock?
Yes.
It is a chunk of moon rock. It's a rock that allegedly fell from the moon of Lycus and is thought to have an effect on shapeshifters.
Noted. I feel like Gray is just going around identifying everything.
I mean, they even have like little blurbs for you to read.
Yeah, I don't trust that though.
So you have the Sword of the Thunder Tree, and it's thought that when the Volans first came to settle Thunderbluff, they were blessed by a divine dragon that had gifted them this a sword. This here is a replica. The original is held in the Voland Keep. And the crown of Highgard is, before the Council of Barons, Highgard was ruled by kings or queens, and this crown was used to coronate these rulers. Highgard eventually adopted the Council of Barons that ruled jointly with the king until the role of the king was relinquished in the year Second Sun 1726. And then finally, the life-size model of Kaz-Zagan. Kaz-Zagan was the Behir mount and companion of the ranger Sigmund Voland, who had led Highgard to victory against House Gedrin in the past, when they had taken over the Volan holdings in Highgard. Kaz-Zagan's skull is also kept in the museum.
Interesting. I think Gray would probably like try to be looking to see if he could pick up that stone.
So you try to pick up the stone, and this stern-looking woman, half-orc woman, kind of like is like, no touchy. No. So do we have to ask you to leave?
I don't know. Do you have things for sale?
What are you looking for? Perhaps I can point you to the right place.
Something magical, I suppose.
You might want to go to the academy, ask for Lava Beard, or you could ask Steve, but he's a real asshole.
Someone told me you had things for sale here.
I mean, little magic knickknacks that go like pop when you throw them on the ground, or like, you know, that glow of fancy color, depending on how you're feeling.
I'll have some of those pop things.
Oh yeah, I'll get you some poppy rocks. 5 gold pieces for a box of 5.
That's very expensive.
You're gonna haggle with the museum. Your funds go to funding historical preservation.
Alex, what about Gray makes you think he cares?
I know. All right, roll a persuasion check. Let's see if they will bend on the poppy rocks.
Right. I mean, Ryan knows that museum prices are bullshit, but
yes.
Persuasion?
Yes.
19.
They're willing to go down the 3 gold pieces for the box. Remember, I just use gold as like the universal currency because math is hard.
Fine. I'll take a box for 3.
All right, so the exchange happens, and you can walk out of the museum happy with your poppy rocks.
Yeah, but I do want something more substantial than that.
Okay.
So let's see what Lava Beard has, because I am not about Steve.
So what exactly would you be looking for? Because I do want to get around.
No, yeah. So we could do that later, like
okay,
off camera. But...
Sure, yeah. You go and talk to Lava Beard. He's a badass. Gizfig is like talking your ear off about animals and stuff, and is like, oh yeah, and there's these really weird animals that come from the Feywild, and I'm a big fan of those. And it's like everyone's way too talkative for you in these places, it seems. Krukazel, you had business you wanted to attend to.
I mean, I've got a huge list, but if we want to move along, it's okay.
you can like knock one thing off the list if you want.
Okay. I'm going to try to see what kind of temples are in town, if there's any to any of the deities I worship.
There's a temple of the Astral Star by the keep. There are a few temples in Stormhaven, some to the various human gods. Human gods is kind of like just a lot of races worship them. There is a temple to the Draconic cult there. They probably had it built for Archdornan.
Anything with Boreala?
You do notice there is a Fey Grove, kind of a distance from everything else.
I'll go over there.
So you head into the Fey Grove. You notice that there's like these 4 massive trees in the grove that kind of make up the grove. One of them is an evergreen that is like kind of looks like it's covered in snow. Another one's a tree that is kind of perpetually in autumn, losing leaves and kind of half dead. There's another one that's like budding flower, cherry blossoming, flowering, fruiting. And then finally there's one that's just in full, just green tree.
I take a look around. That one, and I'll start walking towards the frozen one.
And you notice in the trees, carved into them are images of the various members of the Fey court for the seasons.
Okay, cool. I'll I am going to, do whatever prayer is typical to Boreala. I don't know if there's any rituals or anything like that, but I'll do that, and then I will just give her we don't have to go over it in character if you don't want, but I'll just give her a prayered recap of what happened at the Ghost Watch.
You know what? We've got a lot of new viewers in chat, so why don't we?
Okay.
Do it in character.
Hey, that's not his voice. Boreala, well, I don't really, I haven't prayed in a while, so this is going to be kind of awkward, but how are you? I just wanted to let you know what happened at Ghostwatch because Alana said that you'd be interested. So, well, we found the ruins, and that was great and all, and we destroyed a bunch of stuff with big eyeballs on it, but then we got sent into the sky, which was kind of strange, and he dozes off for a little bit. And then we slayed this big guy, and he was trying to like infect our friends. He was like inside of them. It was really weird. And we met this monk. Oh, you should have been there. Anyways, there's a big hole in the ground now, so eventually I want to make my way up there. Alana told me that I should go, but just wanted to keep you updated.
So as you're like finishing up your prayer, a chilly wind, surprisingly chilly for a spring day, blows by, and you swear you can hear a whisper on the wind say, "I've always been with you, Krukazel."
Oh, you were there. Great. Okay, well, tell Big J I said hi, and I'm gonna get up and take off.
As you're walking away, you hear just the wind again, just kind of whisper. Big J says hi too, and he says he hates it when you call him that.
That's so Big J.
It's probably because Big J has a really long name, like
Yep.
Jordantarax.
That's why. All right, that's all I wanted to do today, really.
So you leave the Fey Grove. You can look at the other trees if you want, but
yeah, I'll take my time as like a tourist, but nothing too special.
So around the springing tree, it's like in full bloom because right now it is spring, and there's like little Fey moths kind of fluttering around it.
Oh, I run. Moths. I'm out.
All right.
That's how this shit started, man.
We're gonna go to Nettle, who is training in the courtyard with Sir Gregor. So Roz, when you go to wake up, Sir Gregor's not there if that's where you're at. And there's probably like a note with like a flower on the bed that's just like, went to go train Nettle. Talk to you soon.
This is how we communicate. That's fine. Just okay, better that way. I'll eat some breakfast. She'll do. Find some grub.
So Nettle, you are in the courtyard. So Gregor's kind of got like a training dummy set up. It's made of like really solid blocks and sandbags and whatnot, and he's just kind of standing there, and he's got a sword at his side sheath, and he's just like, over there, Nettle, go grab one of the training swords. We don't want anyone getting hurt now.
Get it.
All right, Nettle. Now, when I was a young boy,
Okay.
a little older than you are, I trained with one of the greatest swords people known to, well, the realm at that time.
Who?
Her name was Emma of the Lotus, of the Bladed Lotus. I was sent to Shivar to train, and so I'm going to teach you Shivari techniques since you are concerned about discipline.
Yes.
In the first lesson, pulls out the sword. You notice he's using a blunted training sword as well.
Okay.
The sword is not just a tool. The sword is a part of your body, just like everything else about you.
Oh.
It is an extension of yourself.
Oh.
And he's kind of like just doing some like flourishes. And he kind of just like has you hit the training dummy a few times.
Oh.
Now, Arch Dornan told me something very interesting. And so could you focus really hard, create the sparks with your hand for me, please?
So she'll like, Nettle like balls up her fist. She's like still holding the sword in one hand, but she's like squeezing her eyes really hard, and then little sparks start to fly off of her fist.
Now, when you finally understand that the sword is truly an extension of yourself, it is a part of you. Not only is it part of your body, but your soul can flow through this very blade. I want you to try to focus in all of that willpower. Think with all of your might, all of your soul is in the sword when you do this. And I want you to try this. And he spins around, and you see just a crack of thunder emits from his sword, this radiant light, just as he smites the training dummy.
Nettle's like,
Now, I know you're used to more rudimentary fighting techniques, but I'm going to be training you in the way of the paladin.
Good, good, good. Is that the way of the hero?
It is truly the way of a hero, as long as you use those powers for righteousness, good, and justice.
Always.
All right, now let's get to work.
Okay.
Mouse, during this, you have a task that has been preordained by background stuff we discussed. You are going to be traveling to Bull and Keep from a certain guild in town.
Yeah, okay. So I will start making my way over to where I need to be. Just sort of talking quietly to myself and, trying to psych myself up to be ready for this.
So there's like a little, you feel the tickle of Mix Meep Esquire, the something, I don't remember the number.
The 24th.
The 24th, how could I forget? And it just...
Like, oh, don't, remember what we talked about. Try to stay down. Yeah, okay. I'll slide them like a little piece of bread that I have saved from breakfast.
So you eventually you walk through the bluff neighborhood area, and you reach the keep, and outside are some guards, and they see you in your attire. If you care to describe how Mouse looks for everybody here.
Oh, okay. Well, I am rather short, and rather skinny and kind of sickly looking. I am green with small black antlers and black hooves and sort of deer-looking legs and ears, like floppy deer ears. But they are a little too big for my head, and I have these big buck teeth. And I am wearing all black with a long black coat. And if you are looking carefully, you might be able to see Mixed Meep, a very chubby little brown mouse crawling about my hair and antlers. And I carry a large longbow with me that looks to be made of antler and bone.
So these guards, and you have kind of like, you're carrying like a bag, and it's a burlap sack, typical red stains around the bottom.
Oh yeah,
dripping
like you do.
Yes, like you do. The guards outside, they look down. I take it you're here to see which one again?
I am here to see Sir Gregor.
Ah, yes. And your name, please?
I am Mouse.
Okay, and you're with the black coats, right?
Yeah.
All right. They open the door, and there's just this fine, elegant-looking elf, the slick back hair. Oh, I've been expecting you, Mouse. The name is Dietmar Winter, and it is a pleasure to have you in the Volin Keep.
Oh, thank you. It is very nice to be here. I am very startled a bit by this reception, and I'm just like, okay.
Oh, don't worry. You'll get past this, it's just all just procedure. You know how it is.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Now, before we go and meet with Sir Gregor, just so you know, he is training a young squire right now, so he's not going to be looking fresh for you. I hope that won't be an issue.
Oh, not at all. I do not mind. I will not be, in the way or anything. I do not want to interrupt.
Oh, no.
I can go if this is a bad time.
No, this is a very good time.
Oh, okay.
So Gregor works himself too hard, and he's probably pushing that poor little halfling girl very hard, because Sir Gregor has a very high standard for squires.
Oh.
But do not be alarmed. We shall. Before heading over, though, how would you like to be addressed?
Oh, well, I mean, you can just call me Mouse. That is fine.
Mouse? Oh, okay. Do you have any title, any way of being addressed, such as Lord, Lady,
I mean, if you must say something, mixed mouse is fine by me.
Mixed
Nothing
mouse.
too formal.
So Gregor would very much like to know he's just a very proper individual, much like myself. Straightens like the little froofy thing that, fancy people wear on their necks.
He does that and I kind of try to straighten my own posture a little bit.
Well,
like wipe the dust off my coat.
Are you hiding your tieflingness right now or no?
Right now I look like a tiefling because that seems like the best way to try to do an introduction properly.
Okay, so you're passing through. You get a few like glances from some of the guards.
Kind of like I straighten up when he does that, and then if I see somebody stare at me, I just sort of slouch back down again. Like, oh, don't look at me.
Yeah. Dietmar starts hurrying you up. You see this imposing-looking person. They wear fine clothing, dark, and they got some embroidery on it. Short, well-kept hair, the chiseled stubble face. We don't want to run into Victor right now. No. We're here to see Sir Gregor. Like he's got like one of those, let's go this way, let's not get seen.
Oh, okay, sure. And I just will quicken my pace and sort of like maybe pull my like big hood up.
All right, so Nettle, you are training with Sir Gregor, still trying to master the Divine Smite.
Yes.
Sir Gregor's like, again.
Okay.
Again. And so you don't see it because Sir Gregor, Mouse, you see Sir Gregor standing with Abby. Describe how Nettle looks for us real quick.
So, Nettle is a small halfling. She is 13 years old and definitely looks it. She's got very tan skin, as if she spends basically every waking moment out in the sun, and pretty dark hair that's always extremely messy. She's probably covered in dirt right now, just because she always is, and is currently wearing chainmail while she waits for her plate mail to arrive at the castle.
Perfect. And they find looking elf Dietmar. Sir Gregor, you have company. And Sir Gregor's like, turns around. Oh, shite, I forgot. I mean, that's no way to speak. Straightens himself out, sheathes the sword. Greetings. I am Sir Gregor Voland. Gives a very dignified bow. Nettle, turn around. If you're going to be a knight of the court, you need to show our guests the proper respect and honor that they deserve.
She's like halfway through a swing. Oh, okay. And like the weight of the swing just carries her around till she's facing Mouse, and she's like, "Hello, it's very pleasurable to make your acquaintance. I am Squire Nettle Swiftfoot, my hero."
I understand that you were sent here by your guild to receive payment, correct? And for a contract well completed.
Yeah, that is correct, Sir Gregor. And I will just sort of plop the like big bag down in front of me with like a super awkward like half bow, because I don't know if I'm supposed to do that or not.
Sir Gregor kind of takes the sword out, peeks into the bag. Yep, that's it. That's job well done.
Thank you, very much, for choosing the black coats for your needs.
Well, of course, and I wanted to choose anyone of a lesser caliber than your order for such tasks.
Oh, you're from the Black Coats? They're so cool.
Thank you, that is kind to say, Squire Nettle.
Oh, thank you.
Sir Gregor turns towards Nettle. I have to go do some. I have to go take care of this and tell my mother about all this. Let her know, and then I have to make sure that the money gets paid to the guild, banknotes and all that. I'll leave you two for the time being. Also, go check on Rosalind, make sure she's doing okay.
Yes, sir.
I said that out loud.
Where's Miss Rosalind?
Nowhere, Nettle. I was just, you two have fun now. Sir Gregor just kind of like scoots out of there. Oh, Sir Gregor. Dietmar's just like, oh, Sir Gregor. I trust that you two shall behave, correct?
Yeah, of course. I will just wait here.
He hands you like a little bell. Ring this if you require any assistance. I'll be sure to see to it right away. I've just got some other things I need to attend to.
Okay. Thank you.
I will be a very good bodyguard for our guests. Do not worry.
I'm sure you will, Nettle. I'm sure you will. So you two are left alone now in this courtyard.
I just kind of look at the bell and I'm like, I'll stick it in my pocket so that it's quiet. And I will look at Nettle, and I will say, it looks like you are doing a very good job with this training.
Oh, thank you. I am trying to become a paladin because I am very strong and I'm very dangerous. And I'm trying to not be so dangerous because I really hurt my friends the other day because I'm too powerful and too strong.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, training then is very good to help with something like that. But I am sure that, if you keep working hard, you will do wonderful.
Are you also a warrior?
Oh, not a warrior so much. A bit of a hunter, I suppose you could say. And I'll sort of show her the bow. I'll take it out.
Ooh.
Yeah, this thing can go pretty far, I like to think I am a good shot. I don't like to brag too much, but I'm pretty okay.
Ooh. Can you, she'll, look around for something for Mouse to shoot at. Is there something, in the area that...
Yeah, there's some training targets.
Okay. All right, what do I call you?
Oh, my name is Mouse. You can call me Mouse, that is fine.
Just Mouse?
Well, what else would you call me?
But I always call everyone Mr., Mrs., Miss.
Oh, okay.
You have to be very, very respectful of your elders.
Oh, okay. Well, if you have to, you don't need to. You can call me Mixed Mouse, that is fine. But really, just Mouse is fine. That is, you don't need to get, fancy or anything. And now that, titles are being discussed, I'm, sort of visibly, shrinking back a little.
It is not fancy. It is respectful. All right, Mixed Mouse, can you hit that target over there?
Oh, well, I will certainly try for you. Here we go. And I'll give it a try.
Since it's a very stationary target, it's a rudimentary shot. If you want to roll an attack with advantage, sure, but I'll just say you hit it.
That's fine, yeah. Save the time.
Do a backflip.
Do a backflip.
Trick shot.
So yeah, Mouse, and with that cool ass bow that Mouse has, hits that target with no problem.
Yeah, I got a +9 to hit with that bow, so it looks pretty sweet.
So Sir Gregor comes back. Okay, all business has been attended to. I have to go take care of some things in preparation for the siege. So, training's over for today, Nettle. Mouse, you're free to go. And I bid thee both farewell for the day.
Thank you for your time. And I bow again.
There's no need. Dietmar's not here.
Okay, thank you.
Dietmar's very... about all that formal stuff. I am just like you. I am just a person.
Okay.
Well, goodbye for now. And he just kind of slinks away.
I'm just like...
Well, what am I supposed to do now?
Oh, well, do you have your parents or anything around here, or do you live in the castle?
No and no. So I am an adventurer, and I'm gonna be a mighty hero. But I do have some friends. I have, I'm starting to suspect that they're not all humans. But
not a human.
but there's Mr. Gray, Mr. Gray is gray. And he has horns, kind of like your horns, but not like your horns. And then there is Miss Rosalind, who I think Sir Gregor is going to see. I don't know why. They like to hang out a lot. And then there's Miss Cat, and she's got really pretty red hair, and she likes to stab things. And then there's Mr. And I think he just finally decided how old he is.
Oh, okay. They sound very nice. Your friends.
They're very nice.
Need help finding them? If they are all over, I can, make sure you get to them okay. I mean, you are an adventurer, though, so I know you can take care of yourself and probably do not, need somebody, with you like that, but...
You can come with. You like to meet them.
Nettle, you adopt that tiefling right now. You adopt that tiefling right this moment.
Well, I mean, they can at least make sure you try to find them on the way back to the guild hall to check back in.
I have a feeling Mr. Cuckoo went to the library. He likes to read a lot.
Nerd.
Okay, well, we can look for your friend there, if you like.
Okay, yes, let's go. Come, Maximus, onward!
My name is Mouse.
No, Maximus is my puppy.
So from out of like the stables comes bounding this big ass Saint Bernard, just.
Oh, Mouse's face lights up, and they just like drop down on their knees when he like gets close enough, and like immediately is like hand out like so he can sniff it, and if they just like give him all the scratches.
Maximus friendly dog tackles you.
Oh yeah, I'm like super into it. This is like immediately the most relaxed that Nettle has seen Mouse in like the past 5 minutes that she's known them.
So you two become become very acquainted. You pet the dog. And with that, let's circle back around, I suppose. If we want everyone to meet up at the library, that works for me. Unless they're all doing their own things.
Hey, everybody, you want to go to the library today?
You meet up at a tavern because that's where everyone meets up at. Crew Hazel wants to go to the library.
Am I the only one who's young enough to remember this? Because I know I'm like the baby by a few years, but like there was this Arthur song about the library.
Oh yeah.
Like, having fun isn't hard.
Big Arthur,
Got
big
a
Arthur
library
guy.
card.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus.
I'm not
a little
familiar.
after my time.
Yeah.
So are we all joining Crew Hazel at the library, or is that shit lame?
Well,
Hey,
I mean,
Sam
I
says
messaged
libraries are awesome.
I message you what Kat wants to do, but if she sees Nettle walking around with a stranger, she's gonna be like, what the fuck? No, not my child.
Okay, so you're kind of trying to get rumors, you're trying to chat up people and being like, so this Muertos guy, what do you know? And everyone's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Who's Juan Muertos? Sounds like a really metal bard name. So you're not
She's
really
also gonna try any of like the more common aliases she knows he might use.
You get from someone, you get from an elf. Yeah, that does sound rather familiar. I don't know, they were just a traveling merchant. Oh, whatever.
How long ago did you meet them?
When did they come through here? It was a few moons ago. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I could be more help. They dealt in just livestock, nothing fancy.
Kat's thinking like, where the fuck did Muertos get livestock?
I don't know why you're trying to track this. Do they owe you money? Because you should report it to the authorities.
No, it's a more personal.
Oh, I see now.
Some settling of old debts.
Oh, perhaps you want to take that up with the repossession rangers. They're good with that stuff.
Good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, so you're trying to chat up some more people, and you see Nettle is leaving the keep with an absolute stranger.
Oh no.
Okay, that's a bad look.
Why does this
She's
always
gonna
happen?
Excuse me. And go.
I've
walk
definitely
up to
got my
both of
hood
them.
back up as we leave too, like just to sort of hide my antlers a bit.
Am I here?
Do you want to be there? If anyone wants to be there, they can
Yeah,
be
sure.
there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, Krukazel is heading into the library. Gray is leaving the museum with his poppy rocks. What is Rosalind doing?
I think after breakfast, she would have done a quick look through Fang, just make sure that Cat's still alive and not in the middle of combat.
Oh,
She
yeah.
doesn't seem distressed. So
Cat's fine.
She'll leave her back to her privacy, which she tries to be respectful of. And then she has some business in the library, surprisingly. And she
Hanging
wants
out
to
with
go-
Krukazel.
She wants to go talk to Goppels, the Nardle.
Oh, the Nerdle. Okay,
Mhm.
so Krukazel and Rosalind, you bump into each other heading into the library from different directions. Like, oh, hey.
Well, the
nerd.
nerve of some people. Oh, it's just.
It's just me. You should try being less big. Did we decide whether or not you have a tail?
Yes, I have a tail. Look at it.
Gray, you're walking out of the museum. You see Krukazel and Roz are like, watch it. What are you doing? And then you also see Nettle and the stranger. You see the same thing Cat sees. Nettle and a stranger walking out of the keep, together, talking.
Okay, so where is everyone relative to me?
The people at the library are like down the street from you. Cat is coming up the hill. Nettle and Friend are coming down the hill.
I see all. I guess I'm curious about the person that is with Nettle, so I will try to intercept Nettle.
Roll a perception check.
You're not
Perception check.
Perception.
No, I was cocked. 11.
Sprockets. You're getting some big sprocket energy. Totally a human.
Okay. I will make my way over towards Nettle, though.
But you do think the green skin, maybe half orc, maybe some sort of elf.
Maybe they're
perhaps?
just like ill.
They might be sick. So everyone kind of like converges on one spot because coincidence. They happen. I've had this type of thing happen where you run into like your group of friends. You're like, hey, what are you all doing here? Krukazel's like, and Rosalind are gonna go nerd out in the library. Gray's coming out of the museum. Cat's like, oh my god, Nettle's with a stranger. And
Stranger danger, stranger danger.
Hey,
Nettle,
Nettle. How goes training, Nettle?
It's going okay. I could do my finger sparkles, but they're only getting like halfway through the sword. They're not like exploding from the sword yet.
Ah, it's day one. You'll get there.
Oh, you're transferring finger sparkles to sword now?
I am going to learn how to smite.
That seems like a very advanced move for a young sorceress.
I'm not a sorceress. I'm gonna be a paladin.
But I mean, your magic just like happened, right? Doesn't that imply sorcery? No.
Now,
I
bear
don't know,
with
does
me,
it?
and I'm just theorizing here. Theorizing. I was always a good fighter, but we did get chosen by Azor Vale.
Wait, hold on 1 second before we go spilling background.
yes.
Who is this?
Yeah, Nettle, who's your friend? Are you gonna introduce
Yeah.
us?
Well,
Yes, hello,
they just started
everyone.
asking me questions. Yes, this is Mix Mouse. They are accompanying me to find you all. They are friends with Sir Gregor.
Oh, really?
Hi. I just, met him, and this fun. Just wanted to make sure she got okay. Nice to meet all of you.
So you're friends
Hi.
with Sir Gregor in the way that Nettle is friends with everyone.
I mean, I'm friends with him in the way that I just met him like 10, 15 minutes ago.
You seem very nervous. Is it because I am so intimidatingly beautiful?
Only half of us
Uh,
bite.
You
I
say
tend
that, and
to
I'm kind of
stab.
like,
That was a joke. You'll get it. You'll
Okay.
catch on.
Alright, I will introduce. And like Nettle just kind of like goes around in a circle and he's like, this is great, the gray one. This is Rosalind, the pale, really pale one. This is Kru, the one who can't. He just remembered how old he is. This is Kat. I told you she's got pretty red hair. And is that everybody? Yes.
You
Uh,
forgot Fang.
yeah,
You
there's
forgot
Fang.
Oh, this is Fang. He is sometimes here, sometimes not here. I think he's magic.
oh, well, he looks very handsome. And
Yes.
it's like,
Oh, also, everyone, this is Nigel. And I'll just take a huge hunk of ice out of my pocket and just throw it on the ground.
It has like a little moss mustache and like a little monocle made of ice.
What is this? And where did it come from?
Oh, that's Nigel. He's gonna be hanging out with us. He's kind of like my, bodyguard.
That's a block of ice.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. And I'll get out some carving tools and do a quick carve into a gargoyle.
There's this little
Oh.
icy looking gargoyle. It's got like a big ol' like poofy.
We waited for
moss
3.5
mustache.
hours for him to carve this.
Okay. Your
Oi.
Nigel's very cute. Could I breed it with my Fang, maybe? And we
Oh,
could
look,
make-
look, mate, I'm sorry, but it's not how it works around here. Mr. Crook Hazel just summons me once in a while because he's a good chap, and I just get to hang out from outside the elemental plane.
Yep, that's Nigel. Great guy.
oh
I'm
my
a big
God.
football. I'm a big football fan. I like
Mhm.
ale, and I'm a killer at darts. Yeah, I'm a real killer at darts.
Nigel,
Does
we
he
should
have
catch a
hands?
game.
Right? I'm saying, mate. Crook Hazel, you're a good chap.
Yeah, let's go study, Nigel. And I'll just turn around and start walking.
Crook
the
Hazel,
platform.
what a fucking nerd.
I heard that, Nigel.
Did Crook Hazel replace me as his best friend?
Yes, he sure did. I'm Crook Hazel's best mate now.
You've been hanging out with
I
Gregor
stabbed
too
you,
much.
But you're ice.
You and
Oh.
Gregor got close. I made other friends, Ross.
Is-
Sorry.
is- Okay, so I just
that
want
her
you to be happy.
boyfriend?
That's the one I told you about, Nigel. Yep.
Oh, I hate that guy already.
Yep. He's a real nice guy. I don't actually have anything bad to say about him, Nigel.
Nigel, I'm taking you out.
Look,
Amazing.
Look, nice to meet you, Mouse. I've kind of met everyone else already.
Oh.
Remember when he summoned me during that fight with the big scary dude? Yeah. See,
No.
he kind of split me up into 4 different individuals, and so
I
there's
do
like
remember that.
4 Nigels instead of just
You
the
weren't
one.
very useful, and some of you like exploded and
Oh.
stabbed us.
Well, excuse me. I wasn't prepared. That was the first time Crook Hazel's ever summoned me since our days back in Dragonfrost. I can't help it.
I just
killed
remember all
3
my
of them.
friends trying to kill me. I don't remember you doing anything or
Oh, your friends, Rosalind. Oh, your friends tried to kill you.
you don't count.
I don't think I did.
he leans up to Crook Hazel. We don't got time to unpack all that.
Go and get it.
You want it? Go get it.
All right. Well, what's everyone doing? Are we all studying?
Fucking nerds.
Studying's a strong word.
For what?
I don't know. I'm gonna be here most of the day. I've got a lot of reading to catch up on.
Can I come with someone else, please? Please.
Nigel, I need your help. I can't reach the tall ones. You know.
Oh, fuck off, mate. I don't want to study in the library.
You replaced me with this asshole?
I didn't replace anyone.
I'm also like, remember when Crook Hazel was a real dick to everyone?
Yes, Nigel.
Yeah, vividly.
Yeah, a lot of that transferred over
Like
to me.
yesterday.
A lot of that transferred over to me
That
after,
explains a lot.
remember when you guys were smoking the pipe over in that, the sex
Oh,
tavern?
Nigel, we have a guest. Don't let Mouse know that we, stop.
That we smoke pipe in sex taverns? You can't just tell people
Oh,
that.
oh, Mouse, sometimes we like to indulge in the substances of the controlled variety.
Nigel, God,
Cannibal.
what? Why am I?
Cannibal. How calible is Nigel?
Indestructible.
Yeah, I'm
Right, Nigel?
indestructible, Mike.
Give him a flex. Give him a flex, Nigel.
I'll take it. I'm invincible.
He's nice.
Oh.
Does he have nerve endings?
Oh no.
I don't know. Are we gonna
That's
torture
not a good
Nigel?
question. Yes. Apparently.
Ness is like slowly backing away, like, well, I just wanted to make sure Nettle got you safely. So
Nigel
I mean, I'm
zips
just-
around, puts an arm around Mouse. You know, you look like an interesting type. You know. Oh, which this? And he pulls the hood down off of Mouse.
Oh, okay. I like he does that, and I like try to grab
Cat,
it
like-
and like pull it back over my antlers, like
Yeah,
in
I
a
cast-
panic.
Cat,
I cast
It's
Eldritch Blast
so-
twice at this thing.
Cat's like
Sorry.
slowly pulling out a dagger.
Oi, what is this,
I've
mate?
got more spell slots.
I think
That
you just
is-
assaulted Mouse.
That is a
They didn't
24
give
to
you
hit and a
permission.
natural 20.
Yeah, Nigel's just gone. Just
Oh, that's
Thank you,
better.
Gray.
I will reform Nigel when I am safely inside.
I'm just like, was that what is that one of your normal friends, Nettle?
No.
No, that one was new.
Oh, it was very cold.
Friend is a strong word.
I was just trying to make it so Mouse wasn't the new person, and they felt awkward.
Oh well,
Feel like-
thank you.
I think Nigel might have made a bad impression.
I think he's a good chap.
At this point, I'm
Nigel's
gonna
the
just...
personification of your asshole persona. Like,
You could have just stopped at your asshole.
of your asshole.
He's a little less self-absorbed, and I think I've realized that that's just my trait that I have to work through. I think that might just be me.
It
I'm
was
like
turned up to 11.
Clutching my hood up and like holding it onto my head while we're like talking now.
At that
Just
point,
like it's fine.
Nez just kind of comes out of my hood and runs down over towards Mouse.
What if I killed your rat, Gray? How would you feel?
My rat isn't exactly Nigel.
Nigel
And-
has a new task. I don't say that out loud.
That says to Gray, yeah, that Nigel guy, what a dick.
So, Mouse, how you never explained how you know Sir Gregor? How did you meet him? Like,
Oh.
what brought you in contact with him?
I was just sent over by the black coats to collect a payment we did for him. You know, he just do things every now and then when people need help with stuff, and
You're a black
did a
coat.
thing. Oh, yeah.
How aggressive
Can you
is Cat
find
being?
people? Is that a thing black coats do? Finding people?
Finding people? I mean, we are good at finding lots of things if you need help with something. You are
Right.
trying to find someone?
Well, someone is trying to find me, and I'd like to find them before they get the chance.
Oh. I don't know if Mouse would know if, like, that's something really that they do.
Black coats are if you can track a monster, you can track a person.
Yeah, I don't know if they were like, no, we don't do people, just monsters or something.
Oh, he
like
is the
that.
monster, so there's no worry.
Oh, okay, the metaphorical monster. Oh, well, I mean, we could always, go over to the guild and I could introduce you, to the head there if this is something that you wanted to do. I mean, honestly, I'm a little new to the area, so, I don't know what, they have set up here just now in, like, this local guild. I'll help with, but I just sort of nervously
Might
keep
take you up on
rambling.
that at some point in the future, but for now, I think Nettle's training with Sir Gregor is more important. Well, I say more important.
Well, mixed mouse. Cat can be kind of scary, but she's okay. I know she's kind of scary sometimes.
Oh, everybody seems very nice. And it is good to meet you all. Thank you. It's just like,
This cat is just very passionate.
Question for you, Mouse. I don't know if this is like a cultural thing that you black coats do. I'm kind of hoping it is. But do you have any healing potions to just give away to us?
oh, I'm sorry, I don't have any healing potions.
Oh.
I mostly do, my own healing, so don't, try to travel light myself.
Oh, that's just that Solomon, he gave me a healing potion, so I thought maybe.
Oh, I'm sorry. We could go to the guild and see if that is something, they can do. Sometimes maybe they will sell some extra equipment or something. But I am, like I said, I am kind of new here, and they, don't let me just give things if they like that.
Alex, I have a question.
I might have an answer.
Are health potions something I could requisition?
You'd have to ask about that, but I'm sure you could requisition 1 or 2.
We want
Yes.
300.
Please. We're so
A
desperate.
bajillion.
It tastes so
or I
good.
just want at least I want a discount.
I'm sure if you're just you flash the Squire card, you could
Yeah.
probably get a discount at the store.
That's what I want to do.
The
Alright.
irritating thing about not being able to tell anyone about the Eldritch Horror we destroyed is the fact that we can't play the hero card.
Excuse me, I am an official here in official Squire business. I would require some potions.
All right, before we go and do that, I think we should go jump to break human functions.
Yes.
I gotta pee.
Human.
Thank you, Chris.
Human.
Yes, I has to pee.
To go
We're
do
adults here.
things with my human bladder.
My human function.
My human body.
Wait, there's no bathroom in these blueprints. Oh yes, I use the bathroom like a regular human.
Come on.
I have bodily functions with my human
So
body.
we will be back and we will be jumping into more fun, crazy Star Touch things. Woo!
Woo woo!
with the new.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're going to be continuing with SteamSpell. The party has met Mouse. They did stuff. It's a lot to try and condense into a paragraph summary. So there's been some world building and character building, and we met Nigel, too. But Nigel's an asshole, so we don't care.
F that guy.
Yeah, F Nigel. Anyway.
Yeah.
The Star Touch were about to head into the library, or at least a good portion of them were. Gray, you mentioned you had other ideas.
First, I was going to unmute myself so I could actually speak. Secondly, I was going to try to go learn about my patron.
You could do that at the library, or the cat you've heard. Like when you went to go visit Lava Axe, you've heard about. They have someone named. Let me check my notes really quick because I came up with the NPC last night. What is Phasm? There we go.
Well, Nettle, Mix Mouse, I believe was your name. I was actually heading back to the keep. Someone there, I heard, is knowledgeable in a particular area of study that I find interesting.
What's that?
You remember Corvus, right?
Yeah.
So, there's someone at the castle who might know about his mother.
Is she gonna come punish him? Because I didn't like him.
We'll see, child. We'll see. So,
Well,
I am
Miss
heading
Mouse.
that way if you two would like to join me.
Yes, should we join Mr. Gray?
Oh, sure, I will, come as well. I have not been in, the city for too long myself, actually, so, it would probably be good if I take a look in other areas. Thank you for letting me come with you.
The nice thing is the academy is like pretty close to the library too, so like you're not going too far away from your friends. So
Oh, is it that thing where we all say bye, but then we keep walking in the same fucking direction for like 3 blocks?
yes. We'll do the library folks first.
Yeah, Kat, come with us. Come have fun. We're gonna delve into some books.
Have a wild time
Okay.
in the library.
Woo!
It's like the Scholastic Book Fair shit.
Dude, that was my
Love
shit.
the
Don't
Scholastic
shoot
Yeah.
down on those.
That was
Those
the
are
best
amazing.
day of school.
Hey,
Oh my
look,
god.
when I call something like when I say that, whatever shit, it's usually a good thing.
That's that shit.
So y'all go to the library. Do I have a fancy name for? Oh, I do. I actually came up with fancy names for these places. You head to the Noble Gaskignog Library, named after an old priest who was really into studying books and collecting books, an old monkly type of the astral star. Outside the library, there's a fountain that you can walk around. It's a library, and again, there's a sign funded for the people by funded for the people by the people of Thunderbluff. And outside you do pass by a statue, and it features statues of this horned humanoid, but instead of 2 eyes, they have a single center eye in the center of their heads. Feel free to make history checks if you so desire to know more about that.
4. What do I got?
You're not from here, Kirkazley, you wouldn't know.
Cat would
15.
know.
You're new in town.
So 15. Mouse, did you go with them or to the academy?
Oh yeah, no, I guess I've switched groups then, or like
Yeah.
in my head. You guys, wait, yeah, I'm with wherever Nettle is.
You're with Nettle and Gray. So y'all don't know anything about this wonderful these statues. So you walk in, and it's Beauty and the Beast library, just shelves and tomes and books, and it's like a nerd's Christmas.
Cat,
you see
Rosalind, we're home.
you see a really disinterested halfling sitting at the desk, just bubblegum pop. got the bifocals on, is like kind of writing stuff in a ledger as they're working. Can I help you?
Yeah, Rosalind, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm looking for some loser nerd named Grappo. They have some sort of system.
Gapo, they're here to see you. And from around one of the bookshelves walks out this old ass turtle. Just got like this really weathered looking face. Yellow and red streaks run down the face into the on his skin that leads into the shell. And he has this huge shell that kind of serves as like protecting his whole body. And it's just like, it's magnificently colored with the classic tortoiseshell colors. It's, you know, that oaky chestnut color with mixtures of darker colors and whatnot. And you notice that there's just scrawlings in the shell, like etchings. And then along with that are these strips of paper that are like sealed on with wax. And this turtle comes around the corner with a big old like a big old walking stick. Oh, yep, I hear you. Just starts like shuffling out, just tail dragging on the ground. He's looking at one of the slips of paper waxed to his shell. Okay, remember that. Dewey Decimal .356. Okay. All right, Wig Tim. I think you've done enough here. How can old Gapos be of service?
I was expecting someone like younger and maybe more beanie.
Beanie?
Yeah, like, you know, small, stringy.
I'm a turtle, not a...
Turtles could be small. You only come in large size.
Well, I've been living for almost 500 years, so I'm getting pretty big.
That's a lot of years.
Been maintaining the library for about 450 now, so I know what I'm doing.
There's no upward mobility in this job, is there? If you're holding the same position for 450 years, I bet you're...
It's a job no one wants to really do.
No one wants to run the library? I don't believe it. You know what? I'm not here to argue with you.
I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you to... No. Wigchin, do you want to run the library? No, I'm doing this because my parents are making me get a job.
I don't believe in this giant city that there are no other nerds.
They all can work at the library too. It's just, you know, I maintain the totals. I've got the whole system on me back.
Thank you, Grumpy Turtle.
Thank you, Grumpy Turtle. It makes so much sense, Grumpy Turtle. Hey.
Oh, I didn't even think of
that. And when Agapos turns around, you see like a bunch of like just titles of books and authors are scrawled into his shell. And, you know, on these seals are like titles and numbers. He's got this whole system. I wrote the system like 100, when I was 300 so years ago. So, you know, it's one of those things.
What is the name of the system?
It's the Dewey system, named after my uncle.
You named it after your uncle, even though you came up with it?
Well, he helped.
I see.
I don't name things after myself. That's just kind of, I don't know, self-absorbed.
It's pretty normal to name things after people who discover or create stuff.
I'm not too concerned with that. I'm concerned with just the preservation and sharing of knowledge.
Well, speaking of preservation and sharing of knowledge, I want to find information on cults.
Cults? Ooh. He starts like ruffling some papers. You see like a black paper with red writing on it. Yes, I got this one right here. That'll be in religion section 34C.
I thought you just pulled a book out of you somewhere. I don't know how you work. Anyway, yeah, 34C, you said?
Yes, is there any occult you're specifically interested?
Just browse the cults.
Okay. And how can I help you two?
It's not often I see Dragonborn around these parts. No, spend some time. Besides Archdorin, of course.
Yes, sure. Well, hello, well met. I'm looking for something about family heritages and, stuff like that.
Genealogy! Doing an ancestry project, I see.
Yes, I'm graduating next year.
Oh, yeah, tell me, did you pass through Wyveria when you traveled north here?
Did I?
You would have, yeah. If you were
Yes.
traveling by land, you totally would have.
I did,
It's-
yes.
Oh, that's my homeland.
Oh, it's very beautiful.
Yes, you probably ran in quite the number of turtles there.
I have seen all sorts of people.
I like a well-traveled person. They know lots of things.
Well, you'd think, huh? Well,
Well, I've taken quite a few sabbaticals in my time, but...
yes, where to?
Well, we could take a sabbatical to the genealogy section if you like.
That sounds good.
And he's like,
Follow old Gapos now. Wake him. Make sure that other guests are attended to. I will be busy assisting these fine folks.
While we're following Gapos, I'm gonna look for any secret, restricted sections or anything like that.
ooh, forbidden section.
Forbidden
Forbidden
knowledge.
knowledge.
No, the library's pretty open when it comes to what they have. If you're going to be looking for forbidden knowledge, that'd definitely be kept in like somewhere like the academy, the castle.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll stop
y-
by there later.
Gapos, is there anything I'm not supposed to find in here?
Hey, old pal.
Oh, right here, 34C cults. For you, miss.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought I recognized you. You're the one who's been spending time with Sir Gregor.
Yeah, she's in a cult.
Oh.
Just a joke. Just a joke.
He just starts belly laughing, like it's the funniest thing. Just laughing, it's echoing in the library, and no one hushes Gapos because he's the best librarian ever. And he's just, you are funny, Mister.
Krukaloo.
Mr. Kukulu.
Yep.
I feel like there's a halfling pronunciation of a dragonborn word, but regardless.
I speak
Oddly specific.
I am a well-traveled turtle, and I've known many halflings, made a few trips to Acorn.
Do you
How
know the
can you be-
Swiftfoots?
Hold on.
I love the Swiftfoots.
How can you be well traveled if you've been at this library for 450 years?
I took sabbaticals.
That's
You
right,
said
that
someone else sometimes does run the library. I just kind of maybe leave a few pointers here and there.
You think Uncle Dewey's doing nothing?
Uncle Dewey's back in Wyveria. We buried his shell many
Uh-oh.
moons ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
Nobody else moved into it? Isn't that like your house?
No, that's not how
My
that works.
God,
Oh.
Rosalind. Why don't you go read about your cults?
Okay, I'll do that. So long.
Anything for you, young lady?
He's looking at Kat.
Yeah, actually. Do you have anything about mortals of divine heritage?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, you're heading to the right genealogy section, or you could go into the religion section 42A as an Ozma.
Okay. I'll start there, I guess.
Sure thing. It's right over there.
And he points to like this section that's like way back there.
Now, come with me, Mr. Cuckoo.
Yep, I'll meet up with you later, friends.
We're gonna have to look at
Bye.
microfilm, perhaps, and I love doing that.
Oh, so do I, yes.
So we'll get back to the library, folks, in just a second. Old Gapos is really slow. He's an old guy.
I get it.
Because he's a turtle? Yes.
Yeah.
I see.
So, Academy friends. Great, you've already been to the Academy. You get there, and there's someone else now. And it's not Gizvig anymore. There's just a human, the blue robes and everything. I'm blanking on the name. I'm like trying to read. Derek, maximum Derek. I was trying to like read Brand's name backwards, be like, there, that's the name. Yeah, we'll just go with Malnar. Yeah, Malnar the mage.
Malnar.
Malnar's just how can I help you?
What was the name of the guy?
Phasm.
Phasm. Yes, I'm looking for Phasm, I believe his name was.
Oh, yes. Well, you'll have to follow me to the observatory. So you follow, you go up a whole bunch of stairs. You see these wizard students are getting in and out of class. Yeah, and there's like, there's like sometimes they run by you and you have to like press yourself against like the wall as these wizard kids are running around. So Malnar leads you to this observatory and just gives like a kunk kunk 2 knocks. Give it a few minutes. And then opens the door, and inside this observatory, it's just this magnificent room, a bunch of like mirrors, reflectors, apparatuses for viewing the heavens. And there is this woman. She has an almost ethereal appearance. She has the regular eyes, but then she also has like eyes kind of lining the top of her head, almost like a halo. She's got these 2 large golden horns that curl upward. She has an apparatus wrapped in her tail, and she wears rather simple clothes for this person who can supposedly contact anyone they're looking for. I saw you coming. Enter, close the door behind you.
Okay, wait until... Are Nettle and Mouse, like, coming in as well?
I don't know. Do you want to be alone? I just sort of hover in the doorway, not sure what to do. I don't know what is happening right now.
What is Nettle doing?
Nettle will follow blindly unless told otherwise.
I'm just making sure Nettle is okay because she is so young.
All of you have been touched by the heavens in one way or another.
Yep.
You two, touched by the stars, pointing at Gray and Nettle. Points at Mouse, but you, something else. Perhaps a force of nature.
What? I like kind of blush, and it looks sort of like purple instead of red because I'm green.
Your fates are intertwined. What is it you seek?
Fair, now I'm interested in what Mixed Mouse here is all about, but...
Yeah. Are you special too? We're special.
I don't know what you mean. I'm just Mouse.
Okay, well, alright, so here's our story. This is what happened. I was off venturing one day. I was off venturing one day, and then I ran into Mr. Gray, and then everyone else at a tavern, and then we all went a ride on this thing called the steam engine train, and then we went on the steam engine train, and we kicked a bunch of bad guys' butts, but then the train crashed, and then everyone died except us, because we were saved by the great dragon, Azrael, and he said that we're special, and that we'll do many great things. And I was like, I already knew that because I'm going to be a hero. But it was cool to know that like everyone else was special too. So we're all special now together. But if you're also special, you should join our party.
Oh, Mouse is just sort of nodding along like you do anytime like a young kid gets excited about something, and you're just like, oh yes, that is a nice drawing of an elephant. I'm just like, well, I that is a lot.
Yeah,
Well, that's just the beginning. And then Mr. Crooklu followed a butterfly, and then the butterfly led us to doom.
Oh.
Nettle, hang on. I'm sorry about Nettle. She tends to go off on very big tangents, but everything she said is absolutely true.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
It's been weird.
Well, and now we've kicked a bunch of other bad guys' butts, but now some of them we're not allowed to talk about.
Okay. That is weird, but okay. I mean, that is not my business. Your lives are, this is your own business. I don't know what you mean, though. Intertwines how? I ask. What was their name again?
Phasm.
Phasm.
Phasm. How do you know these things?
I can see beyond the veil of the material realm into others.
Oh. How do you do that? Is that like magic, or did you learn?
I learned with rigorous study and proper training. For if you do not handle the contacting of other planes properly, it can go very wrong.
Oh, okay.
But of course, you're not here to recount your adventures and get to know each other. You're here because you have questions or you are trying to reach someone.
Corvus.
Corvus?
The son of the Celestial.
Son of a Celestial. Which Celestial? The name Corvus is not ringing any bells for me.
And at this point, Gray realizes maybe he should have come alone. Her name is, well, the Sovereign in Alabaster.
Oh, yes. I am familiar. Would you like me to reach her for you?
No. I can talk to Mother on my own. I can talk to her on my own. I was hoping you might be able to tell us where her son might be. I am looking for him.
And Phasm starts just circling a bunch of mirrors around. The astral arms come out from behind, and she's just searching these various reflectors and mirrors and apparatuses. I can pick up her essence. She is in her realm above. What realm is Corvus in? Do you know?
I hope he would be in the material plane. This one? I don't know much.
I sense the Sovereign's essence has spread amongst the material planes. Are you sure he is not in Ervogel, perhaps? No, that is not... Ooh, no, that's someone else. I'm trying to find him, but... there are two others, and then there's a third that I try to reach. And every time I try to reach, something is blocking me out.
So what does that mean?
Something dark. Ooh, this Phasm snaps out. That is a road I should not travel.
So no real idea then.
I wish I could tell you, but any attempt to make contact, I just feel hatred.
Yeah, he's a bit of an ass.
And I sense unholy blood.
Yep, that too. He's got dad issues, I think.
Tell me, Clarion, since that is your given name.
That's not something he expected to hear. Cool.
Are you familiar with the Dreadlords at all?
Am I?
You know, you're their descendant of some sort. They created you.
Well, I know that, but I mean, do I know specifics about all of them, or just the one I'm descended from?
You would know the general idea. There's the whole bit with the Sunless era where they came down, conquered the whole realm, and blotted out the sun for 100 years. That whole bit.
Like you do.
Yeah,
As one does.
They're also responsible for the creation of demons. They are basically the head of demons.
As is tradition.
they created tieflings, vampires, lycanthropes, doppelgangers, other monstrosities you might see in the world.
I have vague knowledge of the ancestors, yes.
So tell me, why is the one you're contacting have the blood of Blackheart running in his veins? Blackheart is the prince of hatred and terror.
I don't know. I'll have to talk to Mother about this. He's still caught off guard by being fucking outed, bro.
Oof.
I'll have to talk to the Sovereign about this. Thank you, madam. This was very informative.
Of course. Now you two, your friends.
I'm just gonna hood up and kind of slip back a little bit.
The young one, you, Swiftfoot. Don't go grabbing magic orbs. Sure, it blessed you with the astral star's light, but it could have been worse. Nettle, I'm talking to you.
What? She
You
was
grab-
like distracted by something like on the wall.
Don't go grabbing random orbs. You got lucky and got blessed by the astral star because you survived.
Oh, what? What? She kind of just like looks at her hand. Well,
Then you get the little.
oh. Is that what happened?
Indeed.
Oh. Psst. Sorry, what was the question?
No, it was just more a life lesson for you, darling.
Okay.
I love Nettle so much.
I love it.
Mouse and your friend Mix Meep Esquire the 24th.
Oh, yeah. And you see like a little like mouse head like poke out from under my hood. On
You
my
feel like
antlers.
you feel like the intense stare of all of Phasm's eyes on you.
Ugh, mouse does not like.
Is there anyone you wish to contact?
Contact? How do you mean?
Reach
Exactly.
reach them via means of communication with their plane of existence.
To speak with them or
Indeed.
just know like, from anywhere?
Anywhere you might have in mind, except for a few realms. I try to avoid hell, and there is always the question of the void, but
Sure. I don't know. Okay. Mouse is like, sure. Yeah, that's. I don't know any better. Well, I don't know what to say to anyone. I just. It seems like you know a lot of things, though. I kind of just want to know if I am on the right trail.
That is for you to find out on your own.
Well, okay. Yeah, I look at, Nettle and Gray because I do not know them and I am not comfortable having private conversations across the plains with anything. It says, if I think of something later, would I be able to find you here again, maybe?
Perhaps.
Okay. Well, for now, could you send a message to someone, and just let them know that I am okay?
Of course.
Their name is, and Mouse looks kind of torn, for a moment, and finally they'll just say it's, just let Sancha know that I am all right and I am finding my way.
Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much to attend to.
Thank you very much. And I give another weird bow. Like maybe I'm supposed to do that here too. I don't know.
Okay, back to our library friends.
Dude, library friends is going over there right after this.
Let's see. Who wants to go first? Who wants to read first?
I'll go. What do I have to do?
So you're looking into books. Remind me, what are you looking for?
Anything I can find about Osmar or anyone's divine heritage.
There's a whole bunch of books on it.
Oh Jesus! Oh gosh.
It's gonna take a lot of reading.
Boy. Just
We've got all night, Cat.
Oh God! Oh no! I mean, she's just trying to learn the basics. Like, she just found out she's descended from a god, and she's kind of freaking out about it. So, like, any and all information, really.
Okay. So you pick up a lot of the basics, like Osmar basics, like, oh yeah, like some people are blessed with celestial divine heritage.
Blessed.
Cat would have that attitude about it.
Title. So you found out you're the descendant of a god.
You know, and
Just
like
read the Percy Jackson series. You're fine.
You're reading about, like, then some of these books are talking about like being descended from various gods, because there's tons of pantheons out there. Some Azamar are born with the light of the astral star within, where others are born with more heritage of like other various gods. Dwarves might be blessed by Moradin, or like some humans might be blessed by like Azrael or Kovar. So, you know, it's like you're getting some answers, but you're not getting the specific answers. You're flip.
It's not a subject she likes. And there is someone trying to kill her. So she's just kind of like, this is my life.
This is my life now. All right. Cults or genealogy next?
Genealogy it is.
All right. So you've got Gapos with you. All right. What are we looking for exactly?
Yes, I'm looking for anything with the last name Partridge. Anything that I can look up about them.
Are you referring to the Partridge family? Partridge. There's a lot of partridges, you know.
Give me them all.
There's the partridges of Direwind.
Just pulls out a big old book.
All right. Well, I think I'll just get reading through it then.
Okay. So you're looking for specific partridges.
Yeah.
Please tell me that there's like a music, like there's the Partridge Family music in there.
Why not? So you're going through and you're flipping through the tome, and nothing's super standing out to you. It's all pretty standard stuff. You don't see any like no cats, no, you know, Cat has a sister named Lillian. She's mentioned her a lot. And then eventually you do reach, you know, after quite a while, you're flipping through this book.
Sure.
Gapos is.
I summon Nigel when he falls asleep. Nigel, go look at all the books.
Oi, what's good, Mr. Cuckoo-Lazel?
I don't know, just go read a bunch of books and tell me all the information. You're smart.
I can't read.
Oh, damn. All right, see ya. I'm just gonna unsummon.
Sorry, I can't read, mate.
So, Kirk you're flipping through your book and you're reading, and you're just like, oh man, this is just taking forever. Good thing you got all day. Rosalind.
Yes, Alex?
Books. Cults.
Books. She is going to look for information on, and I might need your help refreshing my memory. Was it the whispered one?
The Woken Eye. The
Woken Eye.
Slumbers.
The whispered one is Vecna, isn't it?
Yes.
I think so.
But yes,
It that slumbers.
Yes. That Rosalind definitely would remember better than Megan would.
Interesting. So you're going through, you're finding cults devoted to Dreadlords, Blackheart, Lycus, some weird entities, cults to Fae, cults to this, cults to that. Strangely, there are no tomes regarding it that slumbers.
Man, if I have to get actual information from Kirkazel, this is going to be a lot harder. Do I see any information about the Black Cloaks being a cult?
No, the Black Coats would probably be under guilds and orders.
Yes, but was it not they who we suspected of being? Or wait, were Rex and Elena with the Black Cloaks?
No, they
Damn
were
it.
with the Sons of Winter.
I'm so bad at these faction names. I remember a lot of them, but I can't associate them with the right NPCs, apparently. That's who I want to look up, because I suspect they are a cult as well.
They're somehow filed under cult. You do find Sons of Winter, and it's a group of people very devoted to Boreala. They like to prepare the land for winter, and they're the assholes that keep it cold in spring.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it's like
feels so good.
I love the indignant mm-hmm.
And then there's like various like that you go through some of their ranks and whatnot. They kind of discuss like how it would be to pray to Boreala, like how to worship her. Don't like bring warm things. Don't bring open flames near her.
Are there any kind of insignia that denote rank?
Yeah, there is. There are a few insignias you notice. Some like, you know, of course for the lowest ranks it's nothing ornate, but as you go up in ranks they become like more and more ornate, of like icicles, snow symbols and whatnot.
Like icicles that might be like an earring in one of your ears?
Krukazel, what do you say?
Perhaps.
Roz is putting two and two together. The conspiracies are in her head. It's all making sense now. Yes.
I like to think Krukazel's on the other side of the library doing opposite cult research on Ross.
Okay. Oh, I wish there was some sort of technology that would let me make copies of these books, but I think that would be anachronistic.
Gapos is shuffling by. If you'd like to check out a book, we can arrange that.
What if I just want to check out a few pages permanently?
You
Can I just rip them out?
No!
Why not?
What? That's not how libraries work.
Well, I don't know. I don't want the whole... I don't need everything here.
Go take it to the desk, have Wigchim scribe it to a piece of paper for you.
Oh my gosh, someone has to write it?
Well, I mean, we don't have printing presses out here in Highgard. Not yet, at least.
Wait, this is something that exists and you don't have it here in the biggest city that's ever existed?
This isn't the biggest city that's ever...
Don't know a lot about geography. I don't need you talking down to me, Turtle Man.
If you want to find a bigger city, there's Arnica to the east.
Arnica is a bigger city.
Yeah, so it's like the spire of the first king.
Oh, I'm gonna go conquer that place here soon, probably.
Yep, sure thing. Oh, yes, I forgot. Oh, yeah.
Good to know. Okay. Maybe that's fine. You don't need to know all my plans. It's okay. All right, so I'm taking this over to what's their face at the desk.
Wigchim at the desk.
Windstorm. Gotcha.
But yes, we do have a scribing fee of 1 gold apiece. Helps keep the library running.
Total? 1 gold piece total?
Yeah.
So I could have you scribe the whole book, and it would be the same.
No, then we'd have to charge you for the book.
I can just buy the book?
No, you can check it out.
But you'll just, it's fine. You know what? Never mind. I do not have time.
Poor old Gotmos here.
I'm trying to read down here or up here.
Shh.
Okay, I don't have time for you.
my apologies if my service was inadequate.
No, you're very helpful. I'm just cranky because I suspect my friend's in a cult and I don't know what to do about it. It's fine.
It's really hushed. Oh.
Rosalind will sigh and thank you for your help. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. I will talk to you later, probably at some point.
And if you have any suggestions or books you'd like to request, let us know.
Yeah, do you know about? Okay, maybe you know about other words that don't give away too much information. Let's say there's books you don't have here. I don't know specifically what the books would be called, but I'm looking for information on a topic that I've heard about and I don't see it here. Would you be able to find books on the topic?
Depends.
The title?
I don't want to make any promises, but I do like collecting books, obviously.
Would you be able to find anything on the Woken Eye or It Was Lumbers or colloquially the Void
he gets
Cult?
like, we don't have any books on that, and I'm gonna have to ask you not to say that again.
Can I know why I'm not allowed to say the bad words?
Library policy states that we shall not say those words.
Can I see your manual?
Come with me. He starts shuffling to the back of the library. Kirk Hazel, you're poring over this tome, and one entry sticks out to you. I'll send it to you.
Okay. I'm gonna copy it down in my journal.
Secrets?
Okay, pays to be in a cult. Just kidding.
Oh my god.
So Raz, you're brought back to this back room, this office, and it's very obvious that Gapos also sleeps in here. And he just pulls out this big ass book that just says Library Policy and Manual. It's on page 463.
So
Can
many
this book be
pages.
checked out?
And there's a whole bunch of like redacted lines. Something, state secret, something. Oh, yes, here it is. And he's like, you see, the words it and that and slumber shall not be allowed to be spoken or be written into books or in any books in the library in that certain order. Does that answer your question?
It does. Now, what if something were about that subject, but it were not in that order? Some other colloquial, like Void Cult.
Oh, look, miss, I really can't answer those questions for you.
Why not?
You're gonna have to go consult an actual expert on those.
Wait, you have a cult expert?
No, I'm just stating that this library is not a place for that research, and
where is a place for research? I thought
I
libraries...
would implore that you cut that research off.
Cut off? What? No, it is threatening my life and livelihood. I have to find out more information about it.
I wish I
Look,
could be
Turtle Man, I don't know. We were just in a building in the sky, like it rocketed up there from a basement, and it wasn't an elevator that was too powerful. It just was like, and we were just there, and something sucked the soul of my friend out, and then it attacked us. You ever been attacked by a soul before? No. The answer is no. 'cause
Late
you would
at
know off the
night,
top of
when
your
I'm
head.
thinking about all the things I've done that I regret is when my soul attacks me.
Oh, that's a different kind of. No, this is different. Look, it's not like it's forbidden information that I want because I'm curious if it is forbidden information I didn't know, because this information keeps attacking me, and I want to be prepared.
Look, you've been a very passionate patron.
Thank you.
I wish I could be of more service to you regarding this, but this is above my pay grade.
Do you get paid? I assumed you were a volunteer.
I get paid by the taxes that we impose upon our citizens because we are a publicly run and funded library. Now, if you'd be looking for books on public funding and taxation,
That's not my career path. So I know that you can't help me, but unofficially, do you know where I could turn for more information? Who
You
could
mentioned-
help me? Off the book. Look here. Shh. And she gently shuts the manual, and pushes it away. Don't pay attention to those policies for right now. I need your help, Turtle Man. Please.
I have a name.
I've already forgotten it. It's just not important to me. Gallopus?
Gappos.
Gapparas. Please, I need to talk to someone who can actually give me information. Please.
Roll me a persuasion check.
With disadvantage, I assume, because I can't even get his name right.
Yes, with disadvantage because you can't get this poor turtle's name correct.
She's very bad at names for people who she dismisses as NPCs. Persuasion. With disadvantage, it's a 13.
Look. On the books, I can't help you.
Okay, but we're not on the books. We're away from the books right now. We're in the admin room.
If the people who don't want me sharing said information with you, you'd have to go north to find them.
North to find those people?
Yes, that's about all I can say. I don't want them, closing the library.
That's reasonable. You got to protect your interests. Find people. I'm just making a mental note in my mental notebook here. I have to find the people.
It's better than a mental notebook is an actual notebook.
That's writing, and that's for nerds.
We forget things like a cool person.
Is everybody done? I'm finished writing in my notebook. We can leave now.
Okay, all right. I guess I'll go get this scribed. Thank you for your help and your not help. Appreciate it.
He just looks sheepishly like, please no.
No, it's okay. I got you. It's
Look.
fine, Gappers. All right.
He comes out.
Oh no, she had you in there alone. That's
Yes, I did. We had a great time.
Please, he walks up and she shuffles slowly up to you. Please get her out of here.
all right, Rosalind. Cat,
Cat appears around a corner, like, yeah.
I think it's time to go. At least me.
Oh my god.
I'll catch. Oh, okay. Let's go drink. Let's go drink.
Oh yes. But
Cat.
first,
The last book you're closing, Black Feather appears in it.
What the fuck? I steal the book.
Sleight of hand, because Gappos ain't gonna be. Well, it's like a feather you like pick up.
Okay, I look at the feather and I look at the page it came from.
Came from a page number regarding alleged holy it's heritage stuff.
My first instinct was to like whip out my phone and take a picture, and I was like, nope, wrong, nope.
Wait, I can't do that. It's a secret.
Does the
There's
feather
like
seem remotely connected to the book at all?
you see words kind of floating
Oh,
up from
boy.
the feather.
Should I read them?
I mean, I sent them to you, so feel free. But your friends are like, "Come on, let's go!"
No, like to the audience.
No, if you don't want to.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm the audience.
No, I'm an audience member.
Me, I'm the audience.
Roz will go get. She'll pay a scribe. I assume I can come pick up stuff later.
Yeah, so
I take the feather with me.
okay.
He's
I was
doing
my
his
own
library.
scribe.
Academy folks. You're kind of left, walking out of the academy. Class is getting out.
All these magic users, we're just like them.
Nettle, Mouse, are you hungry? I'm hungry.
Work up pretty big appetite, casts and paladin spells.
Well, I could come along if you were looking to get a meal or something. If that is what you meant, I don't know, I don't want to just impose myself or anything like that. I could just go back to the guild. Thank you. And I'll
Nettle seems to like you, so I think that means you're gonna stick with us for a while. That's how these things tend to work.
That is very nice of you.
I like having friends.
Oh, that is nice of you to say, Squire Nettle. Okay then, that would be very nice, thank you.
And I'll just take Nez out of his little spot on his hood, and I'll just introduce him to Mouse. You seem to like animals, so this is Nez. He is my best friend.
Oh, I cast Speak with Animals, and I go, oh, hello, Nez, I am Mouse. It is so nice to meet you. Are you well? Does he take good care of you? Are you hungry or anything? Would you like some cheese? And I will pull out a little bit of, kind of
Grabs
moldy
cheese.
cheddar from,
Grabs
my
cheese.
pocket.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, but do you have any friends? Yeah, Meep, come say hello to Nez. Nez, this is Mix Meat. Mix Meat, this is Nez. And, Meep, comes out.
Does Meep, do we introduce Meep with the full title?
Oh, this is, Mix Meep, the 24th Esquire. And this is...
I could use a new attorney.
Oh.
I have some legal rat matters to attend to. I have a civil case pending back in Verdred. Hi, my name is Nez. Gray takes very good care of me. Gray is best friend. I love Gray.
That is good then. I am glad to hear that. And you guys probably actually see Mouse visibly relax a little bit when you get a commendation from a rat. They're like, oh, okay, they're cool then.
It's okay. Gray's cool. He might, he doesn't always like the strangers, but he nice.
Oh, that is okay. I do not either. So it is nice to meet some nice people.
Yes, you seem very nice too. It's not very often people talk to Nez.
Oh, well, that's, whenever I am around, I will do my best then. It is important to have good company.
Indeed.
Okay, Meep, why don't you, talk? Seems like you two have a lot to catch up on.
Well, you see, so it all started with case number...
I'll just look up to Gray and be like, oh, I think they are going to be good friends.
Yes. He's not talking about the civil case, is he?
Oh, yeah, that is, rat politics are just weird, but, don't worry, he is in good hands.
It's been going in and out of court for a few years. So.
Oh, that is a shame. The appeals process can be a real pain, I hear.
Yeah, I've only recently come into the proper money for legal fees. So.
Oh, okay.
Gray, you remember that one time Nez accidentally offended some fey creature, in some little back alley of Verdred? And that's where this case originates. So it's being heard in fey court, which just gets all sorts of weird.
And they don't like Nez because he's celestial.
Yeah. Poor Nez.
I love it.
I said poor Nez, not pornos. Oh my god. These captions. Sorry, it's just
I
Clear it
assume
out of the captions.
I assume we
Pornos.
are making our way towards wherever we're gonna get our food.
Yeah,
Talking about legal matters.
and then like it's starting to, when the library folks leave the library, it's like dark out because Krukazel is reading all day like the nerd he is.
His intelligence is not high. It takes him a while.
But I take it y'all can meet up again in like some sort of tavern or restaurant.
We meet in a tavern.
Hello, friends.
Only always.
Drinks are on me tonight.
Popping off.
Okay.
Also, Rosalind, how did you decide you were my best friend? By the way, Nigel is a very nice fella.
Oh, I just assume I'm everybody's best friend.
Okay, fair
Bold.
enough.
She
I
is
like
my
it.
best friend.
See, at least you got one.
So, what do you mean by that, Chris? Not Chris.
Chris Casey.
Chris Kazel.
Chris Gale?
I like
Again, you're an NPC. Everybody's name's not important. Yeah. Crook Hazel's name I definitely know. We had breakfast together. That's not something you do with a stranger.
Speaking of Brekik.
Oh no.
Montage.
I imagine that meat is nice and gooey. But
Yep. I will give Roz a little bit of Brekik in case she wants to partake.
Well,
Oh
we
my
licked
God.
it, right? We didn't eat it.
Yeah,
Okay, so we can be a little gooey. That's fine.
it's fine.
What is
Fine.
happening?
It's more
They're
potent.
okay.
They're getting high on frogs.
There,
Oh, okay.
there was,
You know,
there was an
as you do.
episode
Oh, I
In,
don't judge.
in Acorn where we slayed a giant frog hemoth.
And we licked
And
it
it
And-
turns out if you lick
They
it,
decided to lick
you
the
get
the,
really
the
high.
corpse, you know.
All right, so I will get everyone a round of drinks and find a table.
So you find the table. You're at this tavern. There's a lot of soldiers hanging out in this bar, eating, drinking. Your tavern keep is a Goliath, big ol' Goliath. She's a laugh. She's a riot. She's just making jokes. That one waiter that you have that's like, oh, this person's the best.
Ah, yes, Dwayne at Buffalo Wild Wings.
What is her name?
Her name, oh boy, let me check my notes real quick. That's code for I don't know.
Yep.
I definitely wrote this down. Just let me look this up. It's written way back in here.
Fantasy
my-
name generator.
Me every day.
You're
Yeah.
damn right.
I mean,
Hey, it's a great site.
I'm speaking from experience.
Oh,
Jenny.
Is it very crowded in the tavern?
I mean,
her name's Owl.
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 It's a pretty
I
good.
feel like every episode of Stats Will Roll we record, we like shout out fantasy name generator.
So Owl she's a hoot.
Oh,
And that's it.
I
That's all for
hate
tonight,
you.
folks.
That's it. We gotta go. We have to leave.
It's done.
So yeah, you get various drinks. I take it you're probably at the Snoozing Owl Bear that's like attached to Grumpo's brewery. It's the restaurant
Fucking
portion of the
Grumpo.
brewery. Hey, Grumpo's a nice guy, okay?
I don't know. Grumpo's just a name that you feel like you should be like, fucking Grumpo.
No, that's Steve. That's Steve.
Nigel.
No, Steve doesn't roll off the tongue like Grumpo.
So the ale specialty is Old Mountain King Ale. That's like the home brewed stuff. That's the stuff they suggest.
Does everyone want one?
Yeah, I like to spray the local stuff.
All right, I'll get 6 and I'll hold mine away from Nettle. Or I'll
Wait,
hold
not Nettle.
I'll get 6 anyways.
Oh no.
Mouse is kind of like, oh. And then stop saying anything.
You get drinks. Would y'all like to order some food?
Yes. What are we drinking?
Old Mountain King Ale. Drink up. It'll make you hearty.
No, the child is having water. Because
in my home-
Princess of Pain, yes, she should have what she wants. It'll put hair on your
In
chest
my
now.
village, we start drinking at 5. I don't see what the problem is here.
yeah, but we aren't in your village, are we?
Well, I mean, but let her live a little.
She's 13.
Yeah, living a little. She's little. She needs to live.
You're not a real mom.
Do you have any espresso?
Oh no.
Yes.
I'd rather her have the beer.
Yes,
Cheers,
Rather
a downer.
she drinks the ale, please.
do you sell a kid's beer?
Yes, I can go get her the kitty ale.
Yes, just
There
do
we go.
that.
I lost an ear.
You lost her here. Oh no, she's drunk already.
So tonight's specials include some roasted goose and
We'll take
duck.
two.
Take two goose. Take two,
Two goose and a duck, please.
There's like some big ol' like there's a big salad plate. They have vegetables actually here for once.
Can you stuff one of the ducks inside of the goose?
Our chef would be more than happy to.
Okay, so one regular goose and one.
Or
goose
perhaps just a boar for the whole table. It's
Okay.
cheaper.
duck. Okay, boar, goose, and goose duck for me, and I don't know if they want anything.
What is
Okay,
your
so
preoccupation
I've
with
got
solving
candy.
Why are we getting two goose and a duck? Don't we want a duck, and a goose?
I hate everyone here tonight.
I'm so happy.
Owl starts laughing. Oh, you are the cutest, funniest darn little thing.
Okay,
Aw.
okay. So I will have a boar and I will have a goose duck.
The boar's for a table.
You'd think that,
No,
but you'd be wrong.
Yeah, just give
so
him
there'll
the
be
boar.
15 gold pieces for all the food.
We'll
Good
take 30
Kiesel.
to 50.
I'm not paying for the food.
Yeah. Trey has-
Great, that's just your food.
I clearly said
None
the
of us
drinks.
have ordered any food.
Gray will pay for his own food.
And if anyone else, are you eating boar or are you just?
Nope.
Oh,
I'll hold up my
like
sack
light.
of candy.
Do you have a stew?
Yes, I could. We've got
Some bread.
stew. Yeah, stew and bread.
That would
We
be
also
good.
have halfling soup.
What?
You can't serve
No,
halflings.
no, it's
We
the
have
onion
halflings
soup.
here.
It's the halfling onion soup. By
You should
Serta.
rename that.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll take
by
that.
Serta.
Oh.
Mouse,
have
did you
any
want
other-
anything?
Do you have any other vegetarian options?
The onion
When are
soup is
you-
vegetarian.
Besides that.
Since when are you a vegetarian?
Since always.
The whole time.
Yep.
I don't really pay attention to other people.
You can get the bean steak.
Yes.
Is it just a
Bean
giant
steak.
bean? Giant bean
One
that you
big
could carve.
bean.
It's just
that-
one bean that's been had enlarged cast on it.
All right, now
Would
you
we-
looks at Mouse. You, what would you like?
Just some tea would be lovely for me, please.
Okay, so just the tea for you, and for you. Looks at Rosalind.
Let's do. I think Kat's idea of a stew was really good. It's a stew, kind of. It's a stew's day.
Tuesday.
God damn it. So this is my last session.
It's been great, but you
It's
know.
been fun.
This is my first and last.
Gray is gonna choke on a boar, and die.
Okay, that's a good way to go out. I respect that.
Where did all these rocks come from?
This is what I'm gonna do. I hear Gray threatening over puns. I will cast Death Ward on Gray. You're stuck with us now, asshole.
So you're kind of left while your food's cooking and whatnot. The tea comes out, the drinks come out. So you're just kind of left alone. There's some soldiers. They're being loud and rowdy because that's what soldiers tend to do. And other than that, there's just the typical patrons and whatnot.
Is it very crowded in here, or is it
Very.
like comfortable?
It's very
Oh,
crowded because of all the soldiers.
Okay, Mouse
There-
is like not into it.
So, like, are we planning to go to the place that's currently under an edict of relief? Is that on the agenda?
Oh, I have some news about that. Very exciting news. Gregor was telling me that when they have an edict of relief, if you... Oh, no, I've already forgotten this. It was a long day.
2 days, 2 years.
That was yesterday night, but we were quite busy. If you liberate it, you own it for 2 years, and no one cares. And then
Are we gonna
after
go
that,
liberate a small town? City? Whatever.
it's not a small town. It is a bigger city than this one. We could just collect it, and it would be ours.
It would be a whole province. He wants to take the province.
I don't think Rosalind understands that concept.
The concept of nations and borders and whatnot.
You mean like ours? I don't like the 6 of ours. I don't. I don't really want a
I
continent.
feel like it's big enough that we could divide it if we wanted to. I don't know. Maybe we've been too successful lately. I feel like we're the important people, and that we could somehow do better than these soldiers.
I mean, to be fair, we did
Just go there and
save
take it.
we did save the world.
Exactly.
If
I don't think we have any need for like a fiefdom or whatever this thing is.
Oh,
But
does
it could be a
anyone
nice
need
thing to
one?
do for Sir Gregor if he wants it.
It's a duchy.
Duchy?
I just think it would be nice to maybe have a place we could just liberate. I'm sure they have a really nice castle or something. And
I'm
then
all for liberating people, and I could use an opportunity to stab someone and not feel guilty about it.
Well, where is it?
Mouse
Where-
looks a little alarmed.
Mouse, what do you think? Are you a good person? I'm just.
Hazel's just so
We all
done
turn
right
and
now.
look at her unexpectedly.
I'm just sipping my tea.
That's
That's
the
none of
tea.
my business.
Hey,
Oh
where
my god,
exactly-
I'm even green!
Where
That's the
exactly
tea.
is the duchy in relation to any known biomancer strongholds?
Hold on, let me pull up on my maps.
I have to say, if Gray were to ever have his own, he wouldn't want it. But if he ever had his own like fiefdom or whatever, he would call it Graceland. Graceland.
Yes.
I'm like internally rolling my eyes over here. I have to maintain composure
No,
for,
that's a
for
law.
the fans.
Nettle would call it
so,
acorn too.
The Duchy of
Electric
Balin,
Boogaloo.
whose
Acorn.
seat is the Spire of the First King, is northwest of where you currently are. It is surrounded by two other settlements known King's March and Spire Watch, and it sits in the center of Balin, a duchy that lies to the west of Highgard. It's border territory for Kovith and Highgard, that empire that's kind of just conquering everybody. And notable areas include Gedrin Chase, the Yormouth Steppes, the Cloud Rule Foothills, and the Cloud Rule Mountains.
Is it, again, close to any biomancer strongholds that I know about?
None that you are absolutely aware of, but it's heading in the right direction.
Yeah, okay. That's tracks. It's fine. We can help some people on the way to vengeance.
I'm fine with it. I'm looking for a new direction.
Hey, Mouse. How long have you been in town?
I'd say pretty recently, maybe just like a week or so, tops.
You've heard some rumors. I'll send them to you.
Oh,
Oh boy.
secrets, mousy secrets.
Everybody gets secrets. My secrets couldn't even be talked about out loud. I don't get them at all.
That's how secret they are.
Secret
They're
secrets.
too secret for me.
Hmm I'll tell you my secret if you want.
Doesn't even know his secrets.
You don't have secrets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you did,
Um,
then tell me.
Okay, Boomer.
Damn.
Okay,
she's,
Boomer.
she's good.
There's just a lot of secrets firing off the session. This is fun.
Well, I mean, if we're interested in going, I think that's great. Do I? So I guess here's the question: Do we want to work? Do we want to work with Gregor and them cooperatively, or do we want to swoop in and get?
I
these-
think we should work with them, seeing as how much they've done for us.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to be in charge of running a duchy
Why not?
because it seems like a lot of work. And
Me and
have people
Rosalind
to
will
kill.
run it. We'll run it.
Yes!
Okay, if you want to.
Look, Sir Gregor is my my master, and I think we should do whatever he says.
First of all, no man owns you. Okay, let's just set that straight. Second,
He is my lord.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to run it if you don't want to. You can recuse yourself from the governmental activities. I think that Krukezo and I would be very capable leaders, and
I
I think it'd be fine. If I don't know the situation going in there, they said they had donka sticks. they had the hell of a donk going on. And we
I've
needed
heard
to
of
be-
that.
Yes,
I
we had to
don't-
beware of that. I don't know about Badonka enough to prepare for it, honestly, but that's all the information I have.
Hella badonkadonk. Wonderful.
Well, I say we go with him.
You want to go together with them then?
I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I think
Maybe
5,
Get a
maybe
flight.
6 if Mouse would be so kind to join us, but I think that might be a little short staff for what we're getting into.
what do you say, Mouse? Do you want to be a freedom fighter, a liberator of the common man?
Oh, I don't really understand what the situation is entirely that is, happening, but, it seems like, maybe if there's some trouble going on, then people would need help. I would like to do that.
Would you feel
I asked
more-
a question, Alex, just in the
Oh.
DMs, because I'm
Alright, yeah.
not sure exactly.
Would you feel more confident in your response if you engaged in a little Brekik first?
I would not recommend doing that because
What?
any decision you make after it will not be a sound of mind.
It's fine.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I am okay in that regard, though. Thank you. But I appreciate the offer. That is very nice. But if it does seem like there might be some less than good things happening over there, so maybe it would be good to have someone go and take a look. And if you do not mind me coming, that would be nice. It is good to travel in a group.
What kind of skills do you have, Mouse?
Oh, well, I am a pretty good shot, and I just sort of gesture at the giant ass bow.
An aspo, so you
An
are also skilled in
aspo.
The
Badonka.
badonkadonk.
Badonkadonk.
I do not understand this badonkadonk. It does not translate.
Do you know any magic?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I am with the black coats. They make sure that we are able to take care of ourselves, out in the wild. So it is, mostly
Can you heal?
Oh, yeah, actually.
You're in.
We need you.
Oh, well,
Okay,
I'm
I
glad
see
to do
how it
what I
is.
can to help.
Gray, I don't mean to offend you, but last time we were in trouble, you actually were attacking us, so you weren't the best healer for the
That
party.
wasn't my
What?
fault. I healed you afterwards.
You attacked us and were taken over by like a void creature, and he died like
wasn't-
4 times.
We had
This
a
is
weird
like-
So
weekend,
we
Mouse.
were low on healing.
It's not normally like that, I promise.
Do you die a lot?
No, well, Crookiezel does, but the
It's
rest
his
of us
thing.
not so much.
I haven't
It's
died in
his thing.
days.
We can't do it because it's his thing, and he would get very mad if we.
That's
took it
true.
away.
I'm very territorial.
Mhm.
It's his brand.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. Well, I am happy to do what I can to help and see if what we can learn there. What exactly do you know of this place, though?
Big place needs to be liberated.
Bad.
There's an edict of relief, and it's northwest.
That's more than I know. Good job.
Okay, well, I have heard a few things just because the black coats, they talk about things. So there might be. We have heard rumors of some kind of dark magics or something perhaps coming out of that area. So,
What kind of dark magic?
I do not know any specifics. Things have been, or do I, Alex?
Nothing super specific.
No,
Just-
that is the thing. Most people don't. They're not able to give much more information. So that is why I think it would be good for somebody to go and take a look. And if you are going in there already anyway, and you need some help, I am glad to do what I can. If you need a hand, I'm pretty good at getting around.
I'd like to investigate this dark magic.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
If you wanted to volunteer both of your hands, that would be better than just the one.
Oh, well, I mean, I need 2 of them to fire the bow, so.
That works.
I should have been more specific. I am sorry.
Yes, it's very confusing. I demand that you be as accurate and exact in your speech as possible.
Mouse just kind of is like, okay, I will try. Sorry.
I forgive you.
You guys are being so mean to Mouse.
Poor Mouse.
They're so uncomfortable right now. They're like kind of hunched up with like their hood up over them and are just like looking around the very crowded tavern most
The
unhappily.
worst part is like Cat's trying to be nice.
I know.
Meanwhile, there's Nigel. Oh wait, let me out.
No, fuck that
Got a
guy.
really high charisma score,
No.
but a very low wisdom.
High charisma does not mean nice.
Nope. Very low wisdom again.
How long do I think it'll take us to get to where we need to go?
Oh shit.
Would I have an idea?
Well, it depends. Are you going to be traveling with Sir Gregor's armies, or are you going to be meeting in there? That's the
Oh.
question.
I say we should meet them there.
It's going to take about it's going to take like 3 days to get past the Gloomwood. You can stop in Gloomhall the rest during that time, and hopefully you don't run into any of Tianjin's critters. Oh, look, Corvus's crib is on the way.
World building.
It's gonna take quick world building for you right now. It's gonna take about 4 or 5 business days to get there.
4 or 5 business days.
About
Don't travel on the weekends.
it's about 4 or 5 days. But Mouse, you know, if the forest won't slow you down because you know how to navigate the forest because sauce.
Because I'm a
Ranger
baller.
abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would know, like, you've traveled from that direction, you would know like the dangers in the Gloomwood to dodge and stuff.
Cool.
Like you would know, like, okay, we're not going to go interrupt this area lest we disturb some fey creature.
Okay, that's good to know.
So you'll be able to get them through safer and quicker.
Rangers.
If you were to travel with the whole army, it would take you probably double that time because they're moving with a whole bunch of dudes and siege equipment.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Mouse is definitely like, I move faster on foot, like, you know, in a smaller group anyway, so.
Plus, anything you want to do on the side, you could take some time to do stuff on the side.
Yay.
Because there's definitely not a quest objective along the way.
But there totally is. Ooh.
Doesn't Nettle have to finish training first,
Yes.
anyways?
Yeah, we can't leave yet.
Yeah. We want
Well-
Nettle at full power.
How much training do you think you have to do, Nettle? I mean, you looked very strong today when I saw what you were doing.
I think I could level up and reach my next power level in 2 weeks.
Everyone knows that Paladins spike at power level 2 weeks, so.
Naturally.
Gregor did
That's how I
say
reach my next form.
Gregor did say he'd be training Nettle to be a paladin within the 2 weeks before heading out.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, at least that gives time to, you know, make sure we are prepared, and I can see if we can find out any more information.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to do in town too, so.
Speaking of things to do, I'm going to have
Gregor here?
Fang-
Oh
Listen,
my god.
that's where I was going with it, you asshole, spoiling my joke. I'm gonna have Fang go find Gregor.
All right.
Uh,
I was like, don't say it, Alex. Someone else will see it for you.
we were all
I was
thinking it.
trying.
Does Krukazel say that like in character? Oh, you
Yeah.
mean Sir Gregor.
Of course, yeah.
Speaking of things to do. But yeah, Fang's gonna go look for Sir Gregor.
Fang will have no problem finding Sir Gregor because Sir Gregor's at the castle planning sieges and things.
Okay. Once Fang alerts me that they have found their prey, I will go into Fang mode.
Pray.
Yes. I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in.
I look around in dragon form, put my wings back. Hi, Gregor, what's up?
Whoosh! Shing! Oh, I forgot you could do that trick.
That's
Yes.
cool, right?
No, you know I don't like it when you do that.
Well, it's the most efficient thing to do. Look, Croquet's and I are about to get down on some bracket. I just wanted to give you a heads up in case anything gets crazy. We're over at 1 second. She goes back in. Where are we? Right now.
Owl bear.
Owlbear. We're at the owlbear. So, Owl's very cool. Do you know Owl?
Yeah, Owl's she's a rather pleasant person, very funny. She's such a hoot.
No, she's got great. Oh,
You made that joke already.
It's going to
Can't do it twice.
No. I believe if you do it one more time, you have to hand the campaign to somebody else.
Shit.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to let you know that's where I'm at. Things might get a little weird. Probably not too weird. Last time I just kind of rode Krukazel around like he was a pony.
I am not going to ask questions. I am just no questions, Sir Gregor. You have fun with that.
Does he call himself Sir Gregor? I love
No,
that.
no, he's just like it's like those like I'm speaking in third person because I'm really confused right now.
But not even like regular third person, like
Yeah.
with the honor.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a proper motherfucker. Okay.
I just
Sir Gregor, Knight
wanted
of
you to know,
Thunderbluff.
you know. And
Okay. That's great. Have fun.
then, okay. And then Fang will kind of hop over and lean over and go. Okay, bye now.
Smoochy Boochies, yes, Ran. Smoochy Boochies, Greg.
Adorable.
Gucci.
And there's Gregor just kind of standing there. She doesn't need to. I'm not her keeper. She can do whatever she wants.
But things might get weird. You know?
We're gonna burn
do
the town down.
She's
We're
gonna
do,
show
like,
up in like a
drunk
nightgown
text him.
and nothing else, high off her ass, and she's just like, "Get naked, big boy.
Greg.
Show me your Thunder Bluff, buddy."
Oh,
Gregor.
Fang's gonna watch. It won't be weird.
Fang in the background.
Does Faye have like
Spicy.
a record function?
Tonight it is spicy chimera. It's also gonna become chronic chimera here in a second.
Yeah, boy.
No, only after January 1st, 2020.
So anyone else going to join them for the drug trip?
No, thank you.
Can't believe I'm
I'll pass.
saying that again.
Not as not,
Listen, this is Dungeons and Dragons. This is what the game is.
I'm only
I wanna-
neutral good.
I want to actually. Gray wants to talk to Mouse because he finds them extremely interesting because he's never really met another tiefling he's actually wanted to speak to.
Aw. Oh, well, yeah. I don't know. Where are you doing this frog licking?
Probably at the table.
Yep.
Do not judge. Mass actually takes out like a small bottle and puts some like drops of oil in their tea and drinks it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nethel.
Gray
do you
takes
want
some pieces of boar, puts it in his
no.
ale, and drinks.
I won't tell Cat.
No, Rosalind, I'm here. I'm at the team.
You're so good.
Cat, you're
I
so
feel like-
sneaky.
I feel like naive little Nettle like goes to reach for it, and then Maximus like grabs her sleeve and just like pulls her arm away.
You guys know who we should hang out with tonight? Nigel. Now that guy's
No. If I get high, okay. If
I'm
you
okay
get
with it.
high and you make Nigel appear, I will kill him slowly.
slowly. Ah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna lick my frog without Nigel.
Okay, so a toast. And she holds up the slimy skin.
To your health.
Or what's left of it.
Here we go
Is
again.
Mouse how familiar with these druggy frogs would Mouse be? Can I make like a nature check to see?
Yeah, go
what
ahead and
I
make a
know about
nature
'em?
check with advantage since you've dabbled in the art of controlled
Ooh.
substances.
I like to think the only thing you hear is just the hypnotoads.
That's basically what they.
That's
What's up?
totally what I was hearing. 19.
Yeah, licking frogs can get you stoned and is a very interesting experience.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you know, whatever brings you closer to like nature, I guess.
Yeah,
It's
you'll
also
become one.
We don't want to waste any of it.
it's also very commonly done in like lizard folk and turtle societies for them to like contact the ancestors.
Okay. Well, you know, I do not
Uh,
judge.
Oh shoot, no, I don't know that. Never mind.
Do I know it?
No, you're stoned to the bone right now.
Oh, it's already kicked in? I'm feeling it already. Okay.
Are we
Alright,
talking in our
those-
heads right now? Holy.
Those two are gonna go have their acid trip. Let's
Wait.
just-
Stay
Wait.
hydrated.
Wait, Kat, can you hear us talking right now? And I'm just clearly yelling out loud.
Okay, so I can.
Oh, shit. All right. We'll work on it.
Hear me talking, Cat.
Rosalind, I can hear you too.
She's so talented. She's got...
She's so rogue.
So the drug trip happens right now.
Okay, so do you
amazing.
want to go to the Pink Basilisk?
I do want to do that.
Let's do it.
All right, they are going to the Pink Basilisk, which is not a sex joke. What is everyone else up to?
Nettle is going to go to bed.
Oh, okay.
She's got to be up. Sensible.
That sounds reasonable. You know, you're a growing halfling. You need to get your rest.
Cat's
Right.
preparing for her appointment.
I'm gonna
Oh,
get big
yeah.
and strong.
Appointment. All right, Nettle's gonna go train. Mouse and Gray, I heard you two are gonna be spending some time together.
Tiefling buddies. Tiefling time.
Ooh,
People time.
talk show.
Once everybody is leaving, I would very much like to get out of the crowded tavern and back outside.
It's a few too many people.
Yeah, it is not. I don't like the, the noise and crowd too much. Do you mind if we just go out, please?
No, that's fine. I'm only here because he gestures to the leaving other people.
Oh, okay, great.
Watches Roz kind of walk into the wall for a second. That's not a door.
I pull her
should
into
we-
the other wall.
Should somebody stay with them? Will they be okay?
Look,
Do
if
they
they
need,
can't
like, a
survive
sitter?
this, if they can't survive this, they're not worth traveling.
Okay, that sounds okay. Sure,
They've faced worse.
you know them far better.
That's technically true. So you're part of those black jackets.
Oh, yeah, the black coats.
Yes, that thing that I said. How does one get into that organization?
Oh, well, it is a lot of practice and training. I was introduced to the guild by someone who once used to be in them. And, she helped teach me to hunt and fight. And when I got good enough, she introduced me to the guild, and I have been helping them since. Are you interested?
Just I suppose the only other black jacket I've met was I think Samson was human, right?
Solomon was human, correct?
Samson, Solomon, S starts with an S, ends with an N.
Biblical last names, it's fine.
Solomon was a human.
Interchangeable, right?
Yeah, same difference.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Solomon's a human.
Was a good friend
Jeremiah
of
was a
mine.
bullfrog, but then they licked him to death.
Yeah.
So, the only other black jacket I've ever met was a human. So
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of them. But the black coats were actually started by a tiefling.
I did not. Strange,
Yeah.
because my experience, people don't really let tieflings do much of anything.
Oh, yeah, that is true. But that is a good thing about the black coats, at least. They don't care about that.
Well, there has to be some place like that, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure I'm interested. Their color scheme seems a bit opposite to mine. Unless they allow you to wear your own clothing.
This is, just the coat, really. And actually, I don't know if, I never signed anything that said I had to wear black. It is just, we are sneaking around in the dark a lot, trying to, hunt and stuff. So it makes sense. For us.
Right. I suppose I've just never met another tiefling that I've actually had an extended conversation with before. I think the last one was some sort of criminal.
Oh. Well, it has been a while, I suppose, for me as well. So it is nice to meet you.
Yeah, you can. My name is Clarion, but you can call me Gray. Everyone just calls me Gray.
Okay, Gray. Well, I am still just Mouse.
Is that a name you chose, or is that a name that someone gave to you?
Oh, well, it was kind of a given name. You know, when I was little, you know, there were a lot of other kids around, and they come up with their own names for people, and they just sort of gesture at their large ears and teeth.
He kind of like gestures at his own like skin, and he's just like, "Yeah,
They are very creative.
Gray wasn't exactly a chosen name for me either. But I was given the name Clarion by someone very special to me.
Oh,
So it's something I like to keep. Not exactly for everyone, I suppose, but it was given to me by my mother.
oh,
Adoptive, but still. You know, your parents are those who raise you, they say.
well,
I don't know.
that is, I suppose, true in a way, at least.
And then he's just like thinking, he was like, it occurs to me I don't know anything about you, and I apologize if parenting is a sore spot.
It is okay. It was a long time ago, but I feel
Thank
like, I don't know, maybe you understand more than some of the other Freunds might.
There's a reason I don't talk much. I don't usually have the correct things to say.
Well, and then they sort of like duck their head and they're like, it seems like it might get a little hard to get a word in edgewise sometimes anyway.
You mean between the stuffy old dragonborn, the hyperactive child, the strange pale woman who is always chasing some sort of tail, and the redhead who wants to stab things all the time? Maybe just a little.
Well, but they all
I
seem
love
so
you
nice.
all, by the way.
They all seem so nice. And
They
it looks
are.
like you all care about each other a lot. You have been through so many things.
Yes, we have been through many things. It all started when Nettles sat at my table, uninvited.
How long have you been together with this group?
That's a great question, Alex. How long has it been?
Good fucking question.
It's
A
been
month, I think.
almost a month. At the end of the downtime, it'll be 6 weeks.
Really?
Not even-
Just
Oh goddamn.
just
That's
that
why I was like,
long?
y'all are taking downtime because you've been adventuring for like 3 weeks straight. You need to chill.
Yeah, that's
I see.
intense.
By my
I'd be
quick,
licking frogs too.
by my quick mental calculations, I would say about a month. By the time we leave here, 6 weeks.
That
That's not a
is
lot of
a
time.
big month to do all the things that, you know, what you were saying.
Feels
That
like it's been a
happens.
year.
Wah, wah.
Whoa, has it been a year?
In March, it'll have been a year.
Oh, so not there yet, but getting there. Oh,
I remember being contacted by you guys around December.
Yeah, it
That's
just took
fair.
a bit to get things rolling. So you know how it is rolling. Dungeons and Dragons. Okay,
I
anyway, if you
see what
continue
you're
your
saying.
touching scene,
Sorry.
I was about to. You were this close to getting the tears going, but
That is good.
You had to throw some puns in there.
had to. Well, thank you for letting me come and travel with, you know, the group to get to that duchy. It will be good to be doing something.
I wanted to say, I know how easily it is to get swept up in this group out of nowhere for no reason whatsoever. So if you need to run, Just go. Go now.
Oh,
You are more than welcome to come, but let it be your own decision, I suppose.
oh well, I
Ride or
mean...
die.
No, it seems like the right path for me might be leading this way anyway. I mean, I don't know, you heard what that eye person said.
Yes, she said a lot of things that I wasn't incredibly fond of.
No, neither was I, to be honest.
Though, to be fair, I suppose my rat does need his legal counsel to talk about future cases.
Oh,
so.
so Meep is very good at arguing. I am embarrassed by how good.
Yes, Nez... Well, Nez never really stops talking. So I put him in my hood and let him wear himself out.
I just fill Meep with snacks and, they'll fall asleep pretty quick.
Nez
Meep is a
knows better.
really fat mouse, by the way. Like, super fat.
Sounds like a lawyer.
Yeah.
Just like some mustachioed
partner.
Yeah. Nez knows better than to eat my food. And he kind of pats the bag at his side and he opens it and there's just a shit ton of food in there. 'Cause he
Oh.
always has food on him.
So most of my food is for Meep anyway, so they are welcome to eat whatever they want of it.
I mean, he gets what he needs. But aside from that, I have a collection, let's say. But yes, Mouse, it has been good to meet you. I feel my general discomfort with speaking over prolonged periods rising, so I think I may wish you a good night and see you tomorrow.
Oh, okay. That is fine. It was good to talk, Gray. Thank you.
Like I said, there's a reason I don't talk much.
Oh, that is okay. I don't really get to talk that much, so it is fine. You don't need to talk.
If you would like, Nez can stay with Meep for the night. I know where to find him if I need him.
Oh, will you not miss him though?
I can always summon him back to me if I need him.
Oh, well, I mean, it is up to him, really, and Meep. And I will just sort of, put my hand out expectantly and wait to see what Nez decides to do.
Oh, I'll just snap my fingers and Nez will appear in her hand.
Whoa! Meep cannot do that.
Nez is not your usual rat, I suppose.
So I see.
Actually, I will then I'll take some time to recast Find Familiar and make him a mouse instead of a rat. Just shrink him down. There, now they have a little bit more to talk about.
How you can do that just like whenever? Because Meep is always a mouse.
Oh, yes, it's something my mother taught me.
Oh.
She taught me most of my abilities.
So you can do a lot of, these kinds of things?
Yes, actually. When Mother found me, I was very much... cast off is the word. But she saved me from starvation and showed me what I could be. And at that point, he's just gonna cast light on Nez, and he's just gonna kind of glow like a little glowy mouse.
Oh. Well, that is good to have somebody who can show you the lights like that. I was lucky enough to find someone similar to help teach me things, so I'm glad you had someone too.
Yes, Mother is important. That's why I'm out here trying to find her son and bring him back.
Oh, he is missing?
He left. He redefines problem child.
Oh. This is, I suppose, your adoptive brother? Yeah?
Technically, I don't really interact with him much, but technically.
Oh. So that is okay. You do not, need to say anything else. And Mouse kind of looks probably similarly uncomfortable to Gray right now.
Awkward friends.
Awkward friends.
Do. Awkward friends.
Tea friends. Tea friends. That was beautiful.
Friends.
That was beautiful.
And then I think we will just probably adjourn for the night.
Super awkwardly walk away from each other.
Bye. Yeah, bye now. Bye now.
Okay.
Just kind of wave with my sleeves a little bit.
Bye.
I want to say one thing before we wrap to Roz, and then we can.
Oh, I got one more thing we need to do.
Okay, go for it.
One last thing we need to do.
Do it.
It involves
for
Cat.
initiative.
No, okay. Yeah, Rock's ball. So, Kat, you had a message earlier from someone.
Yes, I did.
What are you gonna do about that?
I'm gonna go.
All right, those fields are just outside town. Kind of by wilderness.
Sneak out. Don't go through the main gates, etc., etc. Just not be noticed.
There's not a whole lot of fortification with the city. You're able to just kind of walk out unnoticed, maybe slip by with like a traveling group of soldiers patrolling a caravan of some kind. You kind of walk through these fields of tall grass, trees dot the area, and it would be dark, but the moon is at its zenith. The moon is shining bright tonight, at least the moon of Celody, because there are two other moons hanging out there in the back as well, because the setting has 3 moons. Fun fact.
The main moon.
The main moon right now. They kind of just switch off. And you're just kind of moseying through the fields, waiting expectantly, and you hear the whooshing, like soft whooshing of wind behind you. And you hear something touch down in the tall grass, trying to be like soft and like they're not trying to hide it, but it's definitely like they're not trying to alarm you.
I turn and look. I think I know who it is.
You recognize this figure. This is Corvus, but he's not in his armor like you saw him before. Corvus he's not wearing his helmet. He has the long, straight black hair, these piercing green-blue eyes, ethereal, and it's all black and like ichor-y around his eyes and streams down his face. He wears like very old armor, but it's got the tabard and whatnot that reaches almost down to the ground, and he has these 2 large black feathered wings that kind of like stretch out and then fold themselves behind his back. He's not armed at the moment. He's not holding any weapons. And he just kind of just stands there and is looking almost like when you saw him before, he was just a force of destruction. But right now he's standing hesitantly and almost sheepishly.
Corvus?
Hi, Cat. It's been some time.
What do you want?
I know you must think that I really want something, and after asking your group to meet me at the Old Cloud Rule, but to be completely honest with you, there's not a whole lot of people I talk to. My crusade has left me without what many would be friends, and you're the only one I feel like that's in this world that guy couldn't relate to at some level. So, quite frankly, it's been lonely.
And he looks like just really just sad, like
I can understand that.
It's not easy being like us.
Did you know when you first met me?
You look like your sister, so yes. You look like her.
Have you seen her recently?
Only in dreams that haunt me.
So you don't know if she's okay?
I wish I could say I knew. But frankly, I don't know.
There must be a way for me to find her.
There is a way.
How?
The rumors you've heard about the Duke Osiris. Take credence in them.
Duke Osiris.
Yes.
He's wincing, and when he says Duke Osiris, you can just
Duke Osiris will know a thing or two.
Now, who is that and where do I find them?
You're in the city. You know about Gregor and his crusade.
To the duchy in the north.
He hides himself in the spire of the first king, like some sort of coward, afraid of the consequences.
And he'll be able to find Lillian.
He knows people.
I'll find him.
I swore an oath to your sister, and I will not break it, even if it costs me my life. I want you to know that. I will aid you in finding her. But I need to ask something of you. And I hate to ask for help. Keep your friend Gray away from me.
Okay, I can try. I can't promise anything. Gray's Brevin, but I can try. Why are you so afraid of him finding me?
My mother thinks she knows best, but she doesn't understand. Plus, we still have work to do.
Yes, we do.
Thank you for meeting with me and giving me some sort of interaction, human interaction. It has been quite some time.
Not as well as you, and not for as long as you, but I know what anger and hatred does to the soul.
Indeed.
And if I didn't have Rosalind to hold me back and nestle to remind me that there are just good people in the world, I don't know what I'd be by now. And I don't want to.
You do not want to become like me, driven by anger and hatred. You don't want to be like...
And he just gestures toward himself.
This!
But I don't know how to not be angry anymore.
I wish I had that answer for you. But perhaps you're right. The answer lies within your friends. Even Gray, if he, despite my feelings towards him right now.
Gray's good. He's a good friend.
He is good. He serves my mother. He is good. That's why he needs to stay away from me.
I'll try.
We will find Lillian. We will.
I hope you're right.
And we
But
will.
you let me down once before, Corvus.
And it haunts me to this very day. It is difficult to live with myself knowing I failed.
Find my sister, and then you're absolved.
Osiris will have the answers you seek. I'd find him myself, but I would not be able to hold back and show restraint like you.
I'll find them. Then I'll make him tell me.
And then when you're done, gut him like the cowardly pig he is. The greedy. He's
Why
like trying to
do you hate him?
I have my reasons.
Well, if I'm going to go fight him, it might be nice to know.
Let's just say he's why I am this.
But he's not a biomancer. I've never heard of him.
Just because you're not a biomancer doesn't mean you've never been affiliated.
I suppose that's true.
But I ask that perhaps for now, for the remainder of this rendezvous, perhaps we try and focus on other things, such as maybe, I don't know, if we do get out of this, what you'd like to do after all of this, after our quest for vengeance. What do we do? Where do we go?
I don't know. I haven't imagined an after. For me, there is no after without Lillian in it.
And I don't picture myself making it there.
I'm gonna make it.
I hope you do. I really do. I just know for what I've done, and for what I've become, I deserve no fate worse than death, but not before saving your sister.
There is an after for us, Corvus. There has to be.
And he begins like kind of.
I sure hope there is for me. There most certainly is for you if you can learn to not let it eat you, the anger. Don't let it consume you.
When this is over, when Branson is dead, Lillian is saved, your mother will still want you back.
We can pray. Again, thank you, Kat, for seeing me as less of a monster and more of a man. It reminds me of who I could have been.
How can I see a monster when I'm looking in the mirror?
Farewell. Take care of your friends.
And flaps the wings and ascends into the sky. And I see Megan's like, whoa, what? And with that, we will call tonight's
Wait,
session.
I want to say one thing to
Chris,
Roz.
Had a
one
thing.
more thing. All right.
All right, so after we're passed out and set the town on fire or whatever we did, I'm just gonna like slump into the ditch next to Rosalind.
Oh man, we're going there. Okay.
Whoa.
Not like that, and I'll just be like, I know Kat is your best friend, but you were right about your assumption on mine. And I'll just start snoring right after that, and just kind of like snuggle up in the cattails.
Kissel. She's got like her eyes are the size. They're normally like little slits. They're like the size of saucers right now. She can see everything. She's just like, so. And she like looks around, and then she'll pull the cobalt flower. I'm assuming it's a cobalt flower out of her hair that Gregor left her this morning, and she'll tuck it into like hiding the Caucasel's horns.
I'll just snuggle up a little more in the ditch.
Curl up.
Who's chopping onions in here?
So
God damn.
That's it.
Okay. Well, that was was lovely. That was a great session. A
So
lot of
many
things.
feels.
Got
So
many
emotional at the end
feels.
there.
Oh man. Oh.
Oh, there's so much going on, and I'm pissed that I don't know anything in character. I can't do anything about it.
Now you're too busy chasing that tail, girl.
I
Look,
want what I want.
priorities.
Hey, look.
What do you want? Juicy backstory or juicy behind?
Hey,
Wow.
look.
Why not
Badonk.
both?
I was gonna say.
He's got a title.
Megan, none of us have any earthly idea what Rosalind's backstory is.
It's true.
We're holding on to that one. That's the secret one.
It's powerful. We don't want to know about it yet.
Yes.
Well,
Bad.
round of applause for our newest friend, Mouse.
Welcome to the party, Mouse.
Thanks
This
for
is the-
having me.
This is the Star Touch. They're a bit rough around the edges, but once you get to know them,
We're still pretty rough around the edges.
They're
but
the
there's-
worst.
It's still
So bad.
maybe rougher even.
I think that was like the most proper introduction to the group. Krukazel summons Nigel, who just is absolute chaos. Nettle's
That
just like,
guy.
this is my new friend. And everyone's just like in Mouse's face and like distrusting, and then is just like being mean.
Cat is ready to torture someone.
Cat
Rosalind's
almost
like, wanna
stabs
get high?
Mouse because
Nigel
New
dies.
people.
Nigel dies in like a minute. Oh, yeah.
Immediately murder.
I think
Oh.
my summary of the party was pretty accurate.
That was wonderful.
It was
That's
I
very
loved it.
accurate. Very. To all the new friends I saw in chat today, thank you for joining us. Thank you to the OGs, the regular fans who've been there since day one.
Grubby Turtle was super generous today.
Yeah,
Grubby
thank you.
Thank you
Turtle.
so much.
Popping off. As
Popping
Krukazel
off,
is
as
saying.
Popping
Krukazel
off.
says. And you know, we saw our good friend Ran, and I saw Quintero also populating that chat. Love it. Ran's been around before. They're great. You should hang out with them, play games with them. Fantastic. And also in our Discord, we got some sick fan art from our friend SV. So So real quick, we'll go around, talk about what's going on with ourselves and who we are, where to find each other, and then we'll sign off. We will let you do your thing, and thank you for enjoying SteamSpell with us. So we'll just go ahead and go in the circle. We'll start with Chris and work our way around.
Next week we got Agora's Bells on Wednesday, the game I DM. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Hope to see you all there. We're going to have a little bit of downtime ourselves, it looks like. Maybe do a side quest. All right. Anyways, that's pretty much all I got right now. So that's me.
Alrighty, Lucy, you're next in the order.
Yeah, I'm Lucy. I play another homicidal redhead in Agora's Bells. I'm on Twitter at Bluebird Draws, post a lot of art. I have a podcast coming out in January.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Anything else? What's it about? You know.
It's a sci-fi mystery with some horror elements, and it's going to be a good time. I'm also doing NaNoWriMo. If anyone wants to be my buddy, I'm ML Marshall.
I haven't done anything.
Yeah, I'm really behind. It's been like 3 days to do. It's fine.
You can do it.
Yeah, the podcast is called Odyssey Exploration and Research. It is a scientific audio journal of the head researcher on a mission to Europa, and it's going to be really good.
Yes. Alrighty. Abby with the
Fun
The buns.
Space buns going
the
on.
buns.
They're so cute.
Hello. So, starting Friday is going to be our first episode of Table Talkies, a talk show where I chat with some awesome TTRPG creators over, a simple board game or a card game where we can just hang out and chat. It's gonna be great. So we have Found Familiar on Friday, the coffee TTRPG D&D coffee specialty coffee creators, and then next week we have I think like 3 different people.
Yeah.
I'm talking to next week. So it's gonna be really cool. So check out our schedule for all those days because they're not regularly scheduled. They're just kind of as the creators are available. I also have a podcast that I do with Alex called Stats Will Roll. You can check that out. And then I will also be in Agora's Bells playing Adrian Blackburn, who's the absolute opposite of
Shield
Nettle.
Mom!
Shield Mom!
All
Shield
hail.
Mom.
Here, here.
All hail Shield Mom!
Love her.
She's old and grumpy.
She's the best.
She's the best and demands respect.
That's
You
all
better
for me.
respect.
All right, Ryan.
My name's Ryan. I play Gray on here. And I don't have a whole lot going on besides this. I have dreams and aspirations of someday being on Agora's Bells.
It's a hard process. A lot of.
I gotta. I
Need a
think
background check for.
Yeah.
I need to go through like 3 rounds of interviews. I think.
It's Gregor training. Whatever Nettle's doing, you have to do.
It takes 2
Okay.
weeks.
But I'm great on here, and I'm in like a bunch of one shots that we have on the channel. Just past
great.
and potentially future.
They are great. Sam.
I am Sam. You can now find me on Twitter at the Sam Wisest. Recently I had to change my account because fuck turfs, y'all. And so you can find me there from now on, at least. I am Samwise_GameG on Twitch. So that's the name that you saw in chat. You can see me stream on a bunch of things. Every other Thursday, I am in a podcast that releases over on Mud and Blood podcast. It is a cult Divinity Lost horror game. It's super spooky. So check that out if that's your jam. Fridays, I'm over at Variant Roles in Courts of the Shadow Fae. Mondays, I am at Encounter Roleplay in Ravnica Under Fire. And Tuesdays, I run tech over at Heroes Without Limits for the Twilight Grove. So check that out. And then, of course, on other Wednesdays, I am here in Agora's Bells, where I play Blossom, kind of the opposite of Mouse.
We're all just playing opposites, yo.
The
I
alcoholic.
only get one.
The back.
You know what you're talking about? Brit and Cat are like the same person.
Right?
Birds of a feather.
It's just
Pretty
one
sure-
casty.
I'm pretty sure Krukazel and Chris.
Different people. What happened?
Krukazel and Chris are the same person.
They
Yeah,
are
they're
Yes,
just
they
exactly
are.
the same.
obsessed with their looks.
Well,
Hi, I'm Alex. You probably know me as Mr.
You
Puddins.
skipped Megan.
Oh, I
Hey.
did. Sorry, Megan.
Megan.
oh snap.
I'm the worst. I'm
Rude.
so sorry.
Shit.
I assumed you were saving the best for last.
That's right.
Hi, my name is Megan. As my camera immediately goes out of focus. Whoop. Okay, my name is Megan. You can find me here. This is where I live. I'm here every other Wednesday, except for the next other Wednesday, because my work is sending me away to faraway places, and I will not be able to stream. So I'll be back in a month. Please don't burn the place down without me. On Fridays for the next few weeks, you'll be able to find me on Roll the Roll. The first roll is with 2 L's. The second roll is with an LE. We're doing Pathfinder 2E for a tiddly bit. But yeah, that's all I've got. What's going on?
All right. And finally, now I can do it because I've been running sessions makes me brain dead. I am Alex, also known as Mr. Puddins. You can I live here. This is where I live. Sometimes I show up in other places, but it's here. It is here. I do the podcast Stats Will Roll with Abby, as she mentioned. I am in Agora's Bells. I play the furball fuzzy cleric, Kane Jax, good old Beans boy.
JJ.
He's just basically Krukazel, let's face it.
We made the
I have
same
called her the wrong
character.
name.
He's just Zappy Krukazel, and that's gonna be next week, same time. We do the alternating campaign thing, keep it fresh. Also, it helps the people that need to catch up better. This is my thing. SteamSpell is my passion project. These players are great. They make it. They have brought a setting I've been building forever to life, and I appreciate them for helping me bring it to life. And I appreciate all of you for coming and seeing it come to life. It's really cool.
SteamSpell, now with 100% more mouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and I've started making audio recaps for the sessions of Agora's Bells, and I'm going to start making some for SteamSpell here too.
Ah,
So make sure to follow our YouTube for the Chromatic Chimera so you can get our recaps.
And I know I may have hinted at using a revamped layout, but it was not ready. Abby and I took another look at it. It was not ready for debuting tonight. So
better luck next time, I suppose.
It'll look super awesome when it's ready.
Looks super slick.
It does.
Barely readable. Want
Yeah.
it to be readable.
Yeah, we design these things like with it like up close, and then you're like, oh shit.
Like, oh, no one's gonna be able to read that.
But SteamSpell will return on the 20th. If you have any questions about anything that's going on, if you scroll down, there's a wonderful calendar you can click on that'll enlarge it and all that great stuff. So you can come back and find the games you are looking for. We hope to see you again in the future. Thank you, y'all in chat. Thank you, audience. You've been fantastic. Thank you, players. Thank you, Sam, for joining us on
Thanks
this
for having me.
crazy ass journey.
I'm so excited to see what ridiculous things y'all drag Mouse through. Poor
Oh
Bean.
boy.
Yes.
Poor little Bean.
Oops.
It's gonna be a lot.
It will
Oh,
be
I'm
great.
here for it. Wait till we get into some of the mouse tea that's lurking in the background.
The mouse tea
Ooh.
that I
Oh,
almost
mouse
spilled a
tea.
little too soon. I was like, wait, shit, I
Yeah,
need to
I
slow
saw
down.
that.
I do that as a DM sometimes. I get really excited. I get like
Throwing
all
all
this
the
plot-
tea out there.
I'm like, I got tea. I need to spill. I'm like, I got all these plot points I need to tell right now. And I'm like, I'm holding on to one. No one knows.
I still have like 4 people on my murder list.
Yeah, and now you can add another one to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Osiris. You're a dick. Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
tea with that I'm not spilling. Now I'm saying too much.
Ooh.
All right, Chris.
I like that I'm now Corvus's pen pal.
I'm
Like,
gonna-
the
I'm
person
about
who's
to
probably the
cane-
least likely to be healthy human interaction.
Chris, cane me.
I'm gonna
Cane me.
I'm caning
Take us to
Alex.
Feather
Good
Fall.
night. Good
Take us
night.
to Featherfall.